for that. But we will begin to all our topics today. Okay? Let me see what's going on. Let me see what else. Bang, 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 bang. We getting straight into it. Welcome to everybody on YouTube. Welcome to everybody on, of course, Rumble. That is our home. I need everybody, whether you're on YouTube, on Facebook, or you're on Twitch, just make a Rumble account for me, please. Because if you guys don't know, essentially half of the stream or a portion, let's just say that a portion of the stream will only be a Rumble exclusive, which means if you're watching right now on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a moment that I say, hey, I'm cutting the stream and I'm going straight to Rumble, and I'm hoping that if you guys enjoy the content I'm providing, you guys will come over there, we'll kick it over there. Okay, again, I negotiated, I think, the best deal possible for us. You still get to be on Twitch. Salute to all my subs on there. We still get to be on YouTube. Salute to all the members on the Negotiator page. Salute to all the subs on the King Akademiks page, and also the Facebook pages as well. We still get to do what we want, but we'll give Rumble a little extra content exclusive to them, and they understand the whole game. I think that's a W for Rumble. Love Rumble. Dealing with them has been nothing but the greatest. You know, there's I communicate straight with the CEO. If I have an ask or a request, he's like, hey, we're on it, this and third. He's really communicative, and he's trying to get everything done for us, okay? All right, if you hear a little bit dogs making noise, that's my boy Pluto. You know, the attention whore he is. You know what I mean? Like, my dogs have been doing some real interesting stuff recently. They're biting all type of things they shouldn't bite. I just installed this invisible underground electric fence. However, I had to get my whole landscaping redone. I paid $14,000. Like, I'm being honest about what they ate my sprinklers. They bit all my sprinklers in my backyard, ripped them out the ground, dug so much till they found the sprinkler shit, bit those type. But you know, I love my dogs, so you know it's all good. But I had to pay $14,000 to get everything repaired. So right now I'm not having them just run wild. So I put an electric fence, which also costs money. But hopefully, you know, my dogs got to live like kings, but I can't have them ruin all the nice stuff. They don't know what the hell they're doing. You know what I mean? They're young dogs. You know, they bite everything. They've been biting up my deck. They've been trying to bite the side of the house. They bite everything, but you know, love my dogs and we'll figure it out. So yeah, I installed an electric, like, you know, like barrier that I could let them out, you know, as long as they stay in that area, because I got a big land. I have big land. I don't want to just keep them in one place. And I don't know. I'm not a dog person, but when you get a dog, you kind of grow in love with a dog, man. Like, you want that dog to have the best experience, and them being in a cage all the time. That's why he's spoiled, because now he's in a cage while I'm streaming, and he's mad. He wants to get out. Okay, but I can't babysit him right now. And my mama, if you guys don't know, my mama is really religious. My mama gets on prayer line every day, and she prays with other people for whatever problems that's going on in the world, going on in their lives, and also she prays for, of course, herself or her sons like me as well. So, you know, I don't think my mom was watching. She likes basketball. She wasn't watching playoffs. She was on the prayer line, just kind of sending up prayers to God. No, my mom's a little religious. It's all good. Anyway, if you hear Pluto, he gonna be good. Okay, it's a little spoiled boy, just doing the most. All right. Anyway, other than that, I am glad to be here for another day. I'm glad to be here on Rumble, glad to be here on Twitch and the other platforms. Yeah, I apologized last night sincerely. I thought yesterday's stream was really bad. And anytime I have one of those streams, I'm really eager to come back to, you know, again, a lot of the stream is my energy. And you know, about an hour or two in, I was tired. And I still dragged it out for like 4 hours. But like, you know, I always think about you guys. You guys deserve just a better, more entertaining stream. Anyway. Okay. I think we're good. As far as all the drama and everything is going, whatever, I feel like I've answered everything. You know what I mean? I don't think there's nothing kind of new coming up. We'll touch on whatever that needs to be touched on, if it needs to be touched on. But like these days, you know, we just got to keep going forward. That's the beauty of, I believe, what we got going on here. I'm going to kind of start off hot today. Damn, Trifecta, you fake. Trifecta said I had to cut it off yesterday. Yo, we're going to start off hot today. Listen, there's so much things that's going on. By the way, I want to bring you guys into some of my interests as well. Like, some things might not be hip-hop, but these are my interests, so I'll cover those stories as well. But I'm going to start off hot. You know me, Pocket Watcher Act is always on the job. We're clocking in again. You know, I feel very fortunate at the place I'm in the music, rap, or media personality, business. I was ranked number 2 on the list. I'm very happy about not only my ranking, but happy about my dynamic with everyone. A lot of people know me for beefing with, always kind of being spicy, but with the people who are on that list, I don't really have issues with them. I don't really, I'm in my own lane. Usually, unfortunately, I'm going at it with rappers or just usually like bums, like Sharp. You know what I mean? Like those are the people who I'm kind of going at it with. So, for the most part, I got really good relationships with everyone. That being said, there's a lot of jostling going on. I think it kind of got spurred by the list. If you guys don't know the list, I give you off the top of my head what it was. Charlamagne was number 3. I was number 2. Joe Budden number 1. Gillian Wallow number 4, and we had Nori number 5. Adam from No Jumper, he was number 9, I believe. No, actually, he was number 16 or number 18 or 20 or something like that. And we had Vlad, who was number 9. Okay. So let me kind of get to this real quick. Joe Budden responds to Charlamagne today. When somebody put me on game about Joe actually had a little response to everybody who was talking about, you know what I mean? And actually, just to be clear, this all comes from here. And by the way, I know a lot of you guys are fascinated with this because it's an interesting business, realm. Maybe you don't want to be a podcaster yourself, or maybe you do, but you wonder what people make. I'm very open and honest, for the most part. So I usually speak when people just kind of allude to shit. Regardless, if you don't remember, I played this clip not too long ago, and the clip was this, right? So Charlamagne and give me a second. Charlamagne and DJ Envy appeared on $1 Million Worth of Game, and when they appeared on $1 Million Worth of Game, we had Charlamagne who said this. Here we go.
Okay.
I think people that don't like hip hop now are just mad that it's
No. Actually, that's not the clip. Let me find the right clip. This is the clip, I believe, here.
Who we walked away from. Read that. Yeah. When you walk away, you get more. Mm-hmm. We walked away from that.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I knew this beforehand, but Gillian Wallow is the highest paid black podcasters in the game.
That's not what the list says.
Man, don't bring that up. Don't bring that stupid shit up. Don't do that.
We ain't worried about the list.
Exactly. Me neither.
He saw our paperwork.
Me neither.
And we own everything. And we own everything.
Don't worry.
I'm just saying, you see what we walked away from.
You see what we walked away from.
Word up.
NBA contract.
That was close to
we said what?
shit.
We said what? We said what?
And you know what's great? I heard that from a white person before I heard that from Gillian Wallow.
We said what?
Heard what?
That same thing. I heard it, me and an agent was talking.
No, okay,
and they was telling me what y'all was walking away from. They told me.
Say what that number was.
No, I ain't doing that.
They don't even know.
But Gillian Wallow are doing very well.
They're doing okay out there.
Don't fucking play
I
with
love
us,
it, man.
Look what we...
Okay, so that was said, and then miraculously, and Joe Budden responded to the whole thing. Some people believe that was a subliminal at Joe Budden. Joe Budden, if you guys don't know, I hate talking in these rumors. Reportedly, Joe Budden walked away from $20 million. That's the number, okay? He walked away from $20 million with Spotify back in the day, right? That's the number. I don't want to hear, some people say he wanted 100, whatever the case is, but he walked away from $20 million. By the way, this isn't 20 for a year, right? This is 20 for maybe multiple years. I don't know the details. I only hear the top number, okay? Now we hear Gillian Wallow has also walked away from $20 million. What does that mean? Joe stayed private, and Joe basically got his deal to be, he was doing it independent. So we don't know if he made more than 20 over the same time period. I've asked him on everyday, off the record, when me and him did it, he said, yes, he's made more than what he was offered, which, I don't know, let's say they offered him 20 for 3 or 20 for 2. Clearly, he's saying he made more than that, right? Okay, cool. Put that aside. Gillian Wallow, I'm telling you, they walked away from $20 million from one of the people who wanted their services. They got more than that. right? I don't know the amount of years. I don't know if it was more than Joe, less than Joe when you factor years or other terms. I don't know. But they did walk away from that amount. That's the number going around. For whatever reason, it feels like there's tension among everybody but me. Like, I love all these guys. Like, me and Wallow, we talked on the phone for about like 2 hours, like 2 days ago. You know, me and Charlamagne calls me frequently from time to time, gives me game. Me and Joe, that's somebody who I think we do amazing content together, but we also trade ideas and we also kind of, you know, let each other know what's going on in the marketplace, okay? I have zero problems with the people who are at the top of the list. And this is one of the first times that I'm the neutral party. But also I'm like the youngest party who's just kind of like, you know, I'm hoping to, you know, again, there's a lot of discussion to be had. Like, you know, I want to get to certain places that some of these guys have gotten, whether it's like Charlamagne has a late night show. You know, Joe Budden has been, you know, the de facto voice of the culture for a long time. And Gillian Wallow, these guys, they have the streets and they have a lot of the youth as well. So, you know, everybody has their place. Regardless, while I'm not in any kind of beef or whatever with these guys, and they all kind of show me love, and I love and respect all of them for that. By the way, I feel like I just dick sucked all of them, but it is what it is. It feels like there's a little bit of like elbow shuffling between Joe, Charlamagne, Joe, $1 million worth of game. And Joe responded to those comments when he said this. So, you know, in his podcast, he responded by saying this, and he responded directly to Charlamagne. Here we go.
Wait, you mean to tell me they walked away from $20 million and gasp, got an even better situation? That's possible for black men? Nobody said that was possible for black men when it was happening to me. I just want to highlight how some of these narratives change. But that's not where my anger comes from. First of all, let's all take a moment here to give a round of applause to Gillian Wallow.
We did it the first time.
I want to do it every time.
Word. No doubt.
I want to never leave doubt. The same way Nori come in here and give it up for me, I do it over there. I want to never leave doubt for anybody out there that watch us and try to, you know, emulate some of that shit. That it's all peace at the top. Because like I said on Drink Champs, when everybody's up, it's not too much to fight about.
Okay.
But that's not where my anger comes from.
Talk about it, Joe. What's going on? Is that church music?
That's not where my sadness comes from right now today.
Okay, I have no idea what this music is.
Oh, shit. All of these years, I've been looking at Charlamagne and I like Magneto and Professor X that just have some of the same views but different ways of getting there, different ideologies.
Okay.
And I always thought that he was like that second tier right under me.
Oh, shit. Yo, I don't know what it is with these guys. There's like subtle shit on it. He's like, yo, I was like, if Professor X and Magneto, you can't say we're Professor X and Magneto. Then you say, I always looked at him like he was right there below me. Yo, Joe, you devious, man. Come on now.
I always thought that right after me was him. Because
right
the optics
was him. Yo, Joe is a petty motherfucker.
made it look like that. But then him and Envy went up there looking doofy and goofy. And they just sucked so much dick that I had...
Whoa.
They sucked... Charlamagne was looking up to Gillian Wallow in awe. It was like a light illuminating from them.
What?
And he said, they are the highest... And it hit me and I got sad. It killed a little piece of me to know... Holy shit. Charlamagne is saying that Gillian Wallow make more than him.
Wait.
Uh-oh. You mean to tell self?
Wait. So we played the clip.
We walked away from. Read that. Yeah. When you walk away, you get more. Mm-hmm. We walked away from that.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I knew this beforehand, but Gillian Wallow is the highest paid black podcasters in the game.
That's not
Okay.
what the list says.
Okay. Let me ask y'all what y'all think that means. Do you believe when Charlemagne says that, Charlemagne means they're the highest paid people on the list? See, that's two different things. I understand, and I have a full understanding what that means. They're the highest paid black podcasters on the list, or podcasters on that list, which most people are black on it. Hear what I'm asking. When you hear Charlemagne say that, do you take away Gillian Wallow are making the most money on the list, or do you take it that their podcast has the biggest deal on the list? What do you take away from it? Because I have a takeaway, and this is, I'll put my takeaway. I'll let y'all know my takeaway in a minute, but I'm gonna just chill for now and let this all play out. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get back to Joe.
I said to myself, Self, no way. Not with a late night show. Envy just told me about a podcast network. You just had your podcast fest. You did like a festival of sorts, something thingamajigger you did.
Thank you for the cheer. And by the way, if anyone either becomes a member on YouTube or also subscribes on Rumble, please let me know that I can make sure I read everybody contribution to the whole Chat Nigga Network. But thank you for the 1,000 bits. It's low best. He says, highest paid podcasters. Joe is a musician podcast. See the God is good at semantics. I didn't get a master's in psychology for nothing. Okay? All right. Let's keep it going, though. Let's keep hearing what Joe said.
Up there in Atlanta on fight weekend, didn't sound bright, didn't hear much about it, but I saw you had Just Hilarious. And, I know how much I make for my pod. I just always assume it hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, Charlemagne don't have $30 million. Wait, you not in you didn't go home to get your big brother to come fight the fight for you because you didn't have enough money. Wait, that's why we are celebrating and you are hating. Sometimes you give information about yourself without you knowing you did. So my question to Envy and Charlemagne is, instead of telling me how much these two niggas make, tell me about what y'all make. I think I got both of you niggas beat by laps. Tie them up together like the number 11. I think I got you. Even though I'm only paid about $21,000 a year.
Thank you to Kevin on YouTube. He says, they obviously throwing shade at Joe. Do you believe that those comments were throwing shade at Joe? I mean, I'm just asking. By the way, I think we all kind of have I know I openly kind of have conversation about just what's going on in, we're blessed to be at this position where black media personalities, whether you have a podcast or not, or you just have a platform, you get to be at the seat of these tables. That's really dope. So, I have these conversations. I'm always bigging people up, but I have these conversations. I don't try to have these conversations to shit on people because anybody I would want to shit on, they're not in these lists. This is great. This is why I be having fun when it comes to this because put it like this, the only guys who would be even close to that is Ruri and Mealy Mo. They're bums. They're done. Their career is over. Sharp gets paid $200 an hour. We not Sharp can't talk. The conversation we're talking about is people getting millions of dollars per year for what they do. Sharp is getting $200 an hour. I'm not talking about him. The other dudes who I be thinking I'm beefing with, I'm not talking about them. This is like everybody who's in this bracket, I have no problem with. So I talk about it, but I big everybody up. But when it comes to Joe, like I don't know what it is. I think Joe and $1 million worth of game, there might have been a little bit of like friction at a point. And Joe and Charlamagne, I just could never understand. But anyway.
Of course.
Hold on. Let me change that. Sharp not getting 200 an hour. The hour is the podcast. Now, you might think 200 an hour is, that's how you finesse a motherfucker, right? I'll tell somebody you're getting $200 for an hour if the hour is the content that you're giving me. If you're getting $200 per episode, bro, like you fucking, anyway, I see a lot of people saying that's great money. Okay, cool. Sharp gets $200 per episode. That's great money. All right, cool. We're talking exponentially higher levels than that. I'm sorry.
According to
Earth. According to
Yeah.
everything. Everything. 25 sometimes on a good
year.
On a good year.
This is what
Yo,
Joe-
nah, I'm serious. I didn't want Magneto to die. It's not a race anymore. He should have been bumped down a few more slots in the list if he not at the... God... And he would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for those meddling fucking kids. Now, to the other notion of highest paid podcasters, well, how do you know? Clearly, I think I've done a masterful job hiding the accounting. Y'all funny. Come on. Come on. I'm just saying, how do you know? Now, if you niggas are over there trying to come up with a new list of highest paid, count me in. I'm coming. Whatever metric we're using to do this. I'm there. We can keep it a secret. We can not tell nobody.
Can I interject here? Because you know me, I love me some pocket watching. And this would be a very interesting list. He's saying if we're talking about a new list where it's all based on what people are making, he says he wants to be a part of it. Now, I have a bunch of questions to ask about if this was going to be a list, right? Because I might be interested in that list as well, okay? First of all, are we only talking about earnings from a podcast? That's very big. That's very big to know, right? When I said that Gillian Wallo are the highest paid podcasters, because I believe they have the biggest deal of any black hip hop podcasters for a single podcast. If we're talking about media personalities making money, if I was ranking media personalities making money, oh, my list is way different. Way different. Way different. But I let him go. Let me hear.
What? I'm down for that.
No, you're not.
Shit.
All right.
If we putting a new list together, y'all can't assume where people are on the list. If we put a new list together, I want to come. I'm coming. I'm at the top of that one too.
Do you think that people get offended, like I said earlier, when you talk about, you know how much niggas is making, that could ruffle feathers? That's a thing that you go out, I know how much you niggas is making. You say that a lot.
Well, I'm wrong, because I thought that Charlamagne had $30 million or $20 million. He might not have no $1 million. He might have no might be.
I mean, I don't want
It
to.
might be many million.
No, can I?
Like many.
Would you answer this question? And I know I don't want to take us to down another whole pause, but where that shit derived from with you and this nigga? I don't.
Okay. Can I add on that? If this was about who made the most money in media, I think this whole list would look so ridiculous. I'm also here to disagree with Joe. I don't think Joe's number one on that list. If it's about who made more money in media, I'm telling you right now, if that's the list, me, Adam, and Vlad are top 5. I don't want to hear what nobody's saying. I don't care what because we make more of platforms than we probably make for, like, I make more of my platform than I make for my podcast, clearly. And I got a big ass, pretty decent deal for my podcast. So, like, again, if you add in Adam's porn shit, where he's probably getting $1 million a month, like, do y'all really want to compete with a nigga making $1 million a month for slanging cock? Vlad's making a shit ton of money. And Vlad know how to work his expenditures. He's not spending that much. Most of what Vlad's making is based on platform and a catalog of 20 years. That list will be interesting. Now, without ever divulging info, and by the way, I don't know where Joe would be on that list. It's hard to pocket watch Joe. It's really hard to pocket watch Joe. Because as much as Joe doesn't fuck with certain shit, Joe is a smart and shrewd businessman. Joe is like independent, but Joe got to deal with Patreon, and he also got to deal with AMP right now. From what I'm hearing, AMP is giving out little bags. So you can't really judge how much Joe has. Joe might be getting more money than we think. Then he owns his podcast. We don't know how the numbers fall when it comes to that. Now, as it relates to Charlemagne, man, listen, Charlemagne, again, I will, out of respect for his privacy, I would never say certain things. But I will tell you this. Charlemagne has been very open with me when it comes to business, especially when he hears, Act's finna make a move. If he's talked to those people, did business with them, had negotiations with them, he'll call me and be like, Act, this is what they wanted to give me. You could use that information and go however you need to go. Charlemagne's getting a shit ton of money. And what I mean by a shit ton of money, he's getting offered the top of the top dollars when it comes to media. That is the truth. Charlemagne, I believe, would, in my opinion, still demands that because of everything he's done in media before. Not only that, he's an author. Not only that, he has a late night show. Not only that, he's the head of a podcast network. Not only that, he's working on some shit with Audible with him and Kevin Hart. Not only that, he owns like a bunch of franchises of like fast food. Like he's someone who, I think if we're looking at the amount of money that Charlemagne gets, Charlemagne has just always been a cheap fuck. Like, and I think he would admit that. There was a time I used to listen to Charlemagne religiously. He used to tell his fans or tell the audience that he was driving like a 99 Jeep Wrangler. You know what I mean? This is when he's getting paid millions of dollars. He was doing the Kawhi. So again, I think sometimes people might, Charlemagne never leads with money. But I'm going to be honest with you. When he was up for renegotiation with iHeart, from what was being said in industry circles, everybody who tried to bid for him was offering top dollar. So again, Charlemagne is one of them niggas, like, even if he rich, he's still cheap. Like, he don't flex. He cheap as a mother. And every time you talk to him about it or you hear him talk about it, he'd be like, yo, I've been fired like 5. He'll say all that type of shit. But Charlemagne be having it. He just don't flex at all. I think all of us people in independent media, including Joe, because it is a sign of our success and our ability to create a business model, especially when you're independent, you kind of see what the wealth is. Like, for example, Joe got a My Box. So does Gillian Wallow, or Wallow does. You know what I mean? You kind of see, like with me, I have a Lambo. You'll see a little, you don't know what the fuck Charlemagne got. But he got some shit. And he got a lot of money. So this is where I would disagree with him. But also, if we're talking just straight money, where I would agree with Joe on, but with the exception of Charlemagne, is that the people who are heading up the who's making the most money list is probably the people who either have their own platform or number 2 are independent. Because no matter what deal you got from somebody, it might sound great and feel great when you initially sign, But a year or two into the deal, you'll probably start to think, oh, I could have made this by myself. That's just how most deals go if you perform. Now, if you don't perform like Ruri and Mealy Mall, you hit the lick once and everybody know you're done. Do you get what I'm saying? However, I digress. Let me let this play.
It's a thing that you go out. I know how much you niggas is making. You say that a lot.
Well, I'm wrong because I thought that Charlemagne had $30 million or $20 million. He might not have no $1 million. He might have no. Might be.
I mean, I don't want to.
It might be many million.
No, can I?
Like many.
Would you answer this question? And I know I don't want to take us to down another whole pause, but where that shit derived from with you and this nigga? I don't get it. Like it seems, like where does that issue derive, the underlying issue derive from with you and him? Like if he's been on for a while and then, you know what I'm saying, you've been doing what you're doing.
Does the competitiveness come from comparison?
Yo, it's no competitive. Let me mute this PC shit, y'all.
No, where does it derive?
Hey, yo, check this out. As a podcaster, you niggas out there better watch how the conversation goes when it look like it's shifting my way. I'm not ducking no smoke.
No, you just duck smoke.
Fuck all this PC shit.
You just
fuck
duck
all
smoke.
this happy to be
I'm about
shit
to get
y'all
at
want
him.
me
You
on.
just duck smoke. I'm gonna tell you why.
Give it to me.
You duck smoke because you don't want to answer, nigga. You don't want to answer where it derived from. What happened, nigga? Because if he was up before you and then you mad at him, did he not give you an opportunity?
No, you missing it.
I'm just asking.
missing it. You missing it.
I know.
You my man. I'm standing with you, but I want to know. I'm confused.
But the important thing here is what I've said, which is, you got to just dead certain narratives before they take off. Whatever existed, whatever like hateful shit, who cares? Today, there's a small window for entrepreneurs and people sitting at home to create the change that they want to be.
Got it.
Wow.
Hey, by the way, so Lopez, thank you for the 1,000 bits again. He says, if it's media, it's Charlemagne, you and Vlad. Radio money hits different. No, but every money's hitting different. That's why I think he should lose. Bro, do you understand? And this is no shots. You know, this is the OG, a legend right here, my man Star. Like, I remember hearing when Star was saying that he signed he got fired from like a radio station or whatever, but he had signed a deal. And I remember he was like, yo, you know, off the deal, he kept like $7 million. And I was like, damn, that sounds ridiculous. I'm like, he got $7 million out of it? Which, that's of course a lot of fucking money. But these days, I think the podcast and broadcasting game has just expanded where, bro, when Mealy Mall and Ruri say they got 10 million, they didn't get 10 million. But do I think they got 4 or 5? I do. Like they said 4 or 5 for like 2-3 years. I do agree. I think they got that. I think they do. That's as much like you can leverage like a hype to go get that, or you used to. The market has changed. Most players in the game of podcasting have said that they're done giving out the bags. Gilly and Wallow, which this I think also is historic, they might be the last of the Mohicans, where those outrageous deals are not being given out anymore. Everybody is starting to say, we want to look at the field and reevaluate. That's just what it is. So again, it's kind of astonishing when you hear that fucking $20 million is even a realm of possibility for Gilly and Wallow. You get what I mean? Somebody said Joe got offered $20 million a long time ago. That's the difference. Well, I think that works in his favor, right? When Joe got offered $20 million is because they were just starting to spend. They didn't understand how competitive it was. These days, like for example, Gilly and Wallow, they stayed with Barstools. Every company wanted them. They probably met with Amazon, Apple, Spotify. They probably met with everybody. And everybody had a bid. Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. I told y'all this. I was very upfront about it. Like, I got a couple extra joints off of, you know what happened with my deal? There was 2 companies going back and forth. This company offered this day. 2 days later, the other company come back with another offer higher. I go to the other company, meet my lawyer, my agent, say, hey, this is what the other company is going for. What's up? What you got to offer? They say, let's think about it. 3 days later, they come back with a higher offer. They're doing bidding wars. So when So when Joe got offered the 20, there wasn't a market. So what I'm trying to say, if Joe Budden's podcast was as hot as he was when he got offered that 20, Joe would probably get 40. That's a fact. I'm telling you, that's a fact. If Joe's podcast was as hot, and I'm not saying it's not hot now, but if it was that timing now, or not now because everyone stopped giving out those deals. Let's say a year ago, and he's a free agent a year ago, he gets 40. Why? Because everybody's competing. The market dictates what's going to happen. So, again, I think he brings this up also to say, all right, yo, I'm not hating on Gillie and Wallow. Good for them, but I walked away from 22 before they even got that even offer. And the market wasn't even established when I had that offer, right? I think what's happening now, he then tried to shift the conversation to Charlemagne. I just think Charlemagne I don't think he's ever tried to make money as a podcast. Like, Charlamagne's never really embraced this internet era in terms of streaming or podcasting. Yeah, they put up the Breakfast Club clips. He's still a radio dude. He's a radio, TV, author-ass dude. You know what I mean? He's not trying to, let me build a YouTube channel and try to get it in. He's not the guy to do that. And I'm not mad at him for not doing it. Remember what I said about Angela Yee? The nigga spent like 15 years on radio. Why the fuck would you abandon that to be a YouTube dude? I spend so much time on YouTube that, remember, as soon as Twitch started acting up, I said I'm getting all platforms, and now I'm going to be streaming on YouTube as well. So it is what it is. All right, let me just have them play this, then I'll kind of wrap this up and we move on to the next topic. Come on.
Shit is happening in front of them. That's the focus. It's not him. We celebrating Gillie, Wallow, me, Nori, you, math. We celebrate. There is no time for none of that other shit that niggas is on. Maybe before, see, you gotta understand, maybe before when, that crab's in the bucket, oh shit, crab's not supposed to be in the bucket. Maybe it was a little bit of that where you fight because everybody trying to get to the top and you fight and hey, fuck that nigga and opportunities, and maybe some of that exists. But today in 2023, everybody, the cream should have risen. There is no need to hate anybody. If you're not trying to hand out the information or help, not just look like it, but really some life-changing generational wealth, invest, type shit, then move. It's a distraction. I told y'all, my plan is 50 years old. I got a plan. I don't have time. He's the highest paid. Well, wait a minute. Y'all can't be talking to me because I'm not paid by nobody. It's the other thing. It's just words. I know what they...
Mr. Frank says, could you please explain how Joe Budden is worth $40 million when he isn't in the top 100 Spotify podcasts and your stream clips get as much views? Also, he always has low-tier sponsors. Please break it down. What are the top 100 podcasts getting, as Joe is pretty small in comparison? I think that's an interesting question you're asking. I don't know the monetization strategy of Joe Budden's podcast. If you ask me, I would say it's primarily through Patreon. If you ask me, I'm going to give a number. I think Joe Budden, let's go to Joe Budden's Patreon. We're pocket watching, so, it's Big Act. We always do it. Joe Budden Patreon, right? Okay, so if we go to Joe Budden's Patreon right here, there's a few levels, $5 a month, $10 a month, $25 a month. There's more levels, I think, and even $50 a month. By the way, Joe, I believe, releases 2 podcasts a week that you have to be on Patreon to get. People love his podcast. If you ask me, I think at bare minimum, Joe Budden has, and this is, I'm going to go off, I got to go off the market, even though this isn't hip hop, Flagrant 2 Patreon, right? Let's go to Flagrant 2 Patreon. Oh my God. Here we go. Flagrant. Is this? Okay. Flagrant 2 Patreon, and I'm going to use them because they put out their numbers. They have 18,000 patrons paying $84,000 a month. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. Joe Budden has a deal with Patreon. He puts out more content on Patreon than Flagrant. Flagrant's hugely popular, but he puts out more than them. I would believe, let's say Joe Budden has 50,000 people on Patreon. Okay? Might be ambitious. Again, I'm using Flagrant 2 as a kind of litmus test, let's say 50,000, right? If they're making 84,000 and they kind of got the same amount of like, tiers. Let's say I want to believe that Joe Budden is making about $200,000 off Patreon, right? By the way, this is nasty work right here. I'm over here really pocket watching heavy. Okay, 200,000 off here. That's $2 million, $2.4 million actually a year just off Patreon. Let's go to, what is he doing ads? Is he doing crazy ads? Is it big ads? Is it big sponsorships? Is Cash App still there? What would YouTube revenue? YouTube revenue, by the way, for a lot of people, if you don't know, YouTube revenue is usually the least of the monetization strategy with any podcast, okay? It's just, it's good for eyes, but if you're waiting on AdSense to get you rich, especially if you're only dropping once or twice a week, it's just not going to work unless you break it down like Vlad into 1 million clips. You get what I mean? And then that would probably work. So again, I could see his podcast making, so we got $2 million or $2.5 million from Patreon. Let's say, I don't know, let me just start throwing around some numbers. Let's say he makes $500,000 from ads on YouTube. That's $3 million. So AdSense pays him $500,000, $3 million. Let's say all the ads they get, another $500,000. Or let's just put $1 million, because who knows if he's doing these deals. Like, he might have bigger endorsements. He might be working with record labels. He might be working with, who knows? He might not be, you might not easily see it. Product place, I don't know what it is, right? So a cool $1 million or so, you feel me? So now if I'm kind of guesstimating what I think that podcast is making, remember, he's independent, right? So, he got to go get it. Okay, cool. So we're at 3 plus the 1, that's 4. I'll add another 750,000 and buffer higher or lower. So let's say he's making 4.75 or maybe 3.25. Okay, between that range. So I just gave it a range. So 3.25 million or 4.75 million per year. Now, what usually happens if you're ever going to be exclusive, and if you're talking about worth, what's the worth of something? If you ever try to get the worth of a business, and by the way, the most of that, no disrespect to the guys who are on it and the staff, I think if Joe's making $4 million on a podcast a year, I think he's leaving with $3 million profit. I'm gonna just be honest with you. This is the reason why I got rid of Rory and Mealy Mall. Everybody else is going to be on salary. I think he's smart enough that he could probably pay everybody with $1 million, right? So he still leaves with about 3.5. Okay, cool. We're making 3.5. If you were gonna evaluate that for an exclusive deal, number one, he's on all platforms now and could do a deal later. If someone was gonna come to Joe for a deal, he's making $3 million by himself after expenses, right? This is me just guesstimating. You're probably gonna have to do a multiplier of at least 10, right? You're gonna have to do at least 10. You're gonna justify him getting off all platforms, which could hurt his growth. You got to do a lot of things. So now, I'm thinking for a 3-year deal, it's at least $30 million he would be worth at this moment if he was going to do a deal exclusive, right? I think that would be fair. 4 years, it could be $4 million or $40 million. So if you're wondering how that 40 will come up, that's how my math will be mathing, all right? Sorry, okay? So somebody says, Ak, you're out of your fucking mind. Well, I gave vague numbers to kind of come up with a yearly amount, and then I kind of took some took some expenses off top, right? But keep in mind, Joe's not traveling, right? He's not traveling to go do podcasts. He's paying everybody's salaries. He's not getting a new production crew every time. They're shooting at the same place. I would imagine other than paying the staff, he has a low overhead. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to go set up in motherfucking Houston, Texas in a strip club to go do a shoot or figure out camera people and sound people there. He has it's a pretty set thing. Hey, you guys show up 2 to 3 times a week. We film content for 7 to 8 hours. We have these editors chop it up. We'll be good. I think my numbers are kind of okay if you really want to say that, right? So again, that's what I think his podcast is making. Again, let me tell you how the exclusive game goes, right? In the exclusive game, if I could make, just think about Joe Rogan too. Whatever money you could make, you add a premium to it, right? So whatever money you could make by yourself, you times it by 5 to 10, Some people might even say 15, right? That's going to be the money that you're going to get paid for exclusivity. That's just how it goes. You get what I mean? Like, shit. Bro, we're on Rumble right now. What do you think how that works? You know what I mean? Like, I know what I would make just streaming on Twitch. All right, cool. Let's take some hours, blah, blah. Let's do some quick math, da. All right, cool. Because I'm going to be giving those hours to Rumble, all right, bing. Pay me this. Cool. That's how it works. I'm telling you, bro, listen, I don't want to hear it. I'm trying to tell you out of the math. Feel me? Me, I like to do a mix of both. You know, my main platforms, I like to keep it open. Certain deals, like, you know, I've done streaming. Right now we're doing streaming partially exclusive, and also we're doing our podcast exclusive at the moment. Who knows? We might get back in an open market, start making our own and whatever. You know, shit happens. But if you're wondering how Joe Budden probably arrived at that, yes. Does Joe Budden has $40 million in the bank? I don't think so. By the way, a lot of people don't have $40 million in the bank. I don't have $40 million in the bank, okay? You know what I mean? That's a very ambitious number, right? Cool. Yeah, okay. I did my little pocket watcher thing. Let me just play the rest of it, and then we're off of this.
Y'all are right. Highest paid by whoever be. I don't. You feel me? You figured it out?
I hear you.
I'm not. It's.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah, I'm not sure that they was talking to me. I hope they wasn't talking to me. Now,
that's a good one.
We pour out some Hennessy for Charlamagne because he ain't got no millions. Hold on for a second. Nigga told on himself. That is.
That's not true. Their beef is so petty, that's not true.
Honestly, though, hey, Charlamagne, call me, man. You did all of the 10 years, best morning show, all of the best viral moment, interview, Ray J. Feminine, and they make more. Create the fucking change, or you will be a slave to that infrastructure. It's just my very consistent point. That's crazy.
I think we had a full circle.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think we had a full circle. How we came in, we talked about how the Atlanta look is different. The Atlanta look is different because they all complement each other and they all be working as a
unit. They're not doing this.
The New York rap scene, New York hip hop scene.
Joe, I kind of ended with saying this. I don't necessarily think Envy or Charlamagne were trying to hate. Joe, like when you come on my podcast or like, you know, even when I come on yours or when you've been other places, you talk the field. When you talk the field, you talk the business. By the way, that's a great thing, Joe. You're one of the people who have been the most open and taught people, even like me. I always say, I'm glad that you've taught me things about the business of podcasting because before I wasn't even interested. Okay. And I think you comment on the field or other people. Like I remember before I had a podcast, you did the Caller Daddy breakdown. You laid out your gripes against Spotify, and it was very open. You showed people and taught people about a business and a sector of the business that they didn't even knew exist. Because such is the case, people like me, or even say Wallow and Gilly, or when other media personalities get together, they have similar conversations. I don't think they're shitting on you. Joe, you're the podfather. You get what I mean? Without some of your bold moves, whether we agreed with it or not, it also helped establish and also bring other people into the fold. Again, I don't think nobody was shitting on you saying you were broke. I think they were probably reacting to, me and him, we had a conversation on this podcast where, I was doing the pocket watcher thing and he was saying, hey, don't be so liberal or generous in thinking some of these guys are making as much money as you think they are. They're actually not. And I think maybe those people or whoever felt that stone was probably saying, we are making that money. And I think they were trying to also clarify. So I don't think they were taking a shot at Joe. The great thing here is I think Joe's making a lot of money, right? I'm fortunately doing okay. You know, Adam's making a great amount of money. You know, Vlad, Gillian Wallow, they have done amazing things in showing what the podcast game and just negotiating off straight podcast. They're not doing 20 things. Like, I mean, they do other things, but like that podcast is their main thing. Shit. And even Drink Champs, salute to Nori. If you guys don't know how Drink Champs happen, they do their deals differently. They're one of the only people these days that they'll cut a deal for their video separate from their audio. Like, for example, with Off the Record, Spotify has rights to the video with audio and also the audio by itself. With Drink Champs, Revolt owns the video and Interval through Warner owns the audio. So two different companies have rights off of different pieces of the content. So they got some millions there and some millions there. I think that's genius as well. Congratulations to DJ EFN and of course Nori. But I hate to see if there are shots taken at Joe, because I do think, if I'm Joe, I would look at like, without me, like, oh, y'all niggas wouldn't even be doing all this podcast and shit, right? I get that. And I understand like people like Gillian Wallow or even like Charlamagne, because Charlamagne don't be talking a lot of shit, man. Like Charlamagne he kind of sits out a lot of this stuff. And one thing, me talking to Charlamagne, I've kind of figured out, if you're looking at viral moments or, oh shit, nah, Charlamagne just clowned this dude or gave this person dog in a day, it was crazy as hell. If you're looking at that to kind of make you feel like Charlamagne is succeeding, you don't know where the heights of success could be. You get what I mean? Like, Charlamagne is on some of the lists that, bro, I wish I could get on. You know what I mean? It's like, I seen Charlamagne on a list for most powerful people in media. Like, yeah, they made this list right here. I'm still figuring out how the hell could I get on there? Look at some of these people. All these are executives. Like, these are executives, and like, look, you see Charlamagne right here. Like, if you think this is not worth anything, sometimes the lens that we look at shit from is, are you hot on the black people circuit? Like, they look at me and they be like, yo, yeah, he's hot with the kids, which is cool. But then there's so much more to the world, right? You look at this and you're like, bro, how do you become one of the top 35 most powerful people in media? You're on the list with people like Anna Wintour. You get what I mean? Agnes True. Like some of these people, like you're on the list with Stephen Colbert. You're on the list with, again, I want to be on a list like this. Anderson Cooper, Don Lemon. Right? Don Lemon just got canned recently. I ain't gonna lie. Jimmy Fallon. Why they put Questlove? It's the Questlove though. Look at some of these names on this list. Like, you're not gonna see too many faces. So while we all argue about a list that Complex made, Charlamagne's also on a different list with Sean Hannity. You know what I mean? And Chris Hayes, Rachel Maddow, right? Lester Holt. Like, look at some of these people. Like, there's a lot more to go for everybody included. Seth Meyers. There's a lot. Lorne Michaels. Like, Jesus Christ. He's executive producer of SNL. So, there's a lot more to go. And I think everybody has their space. Like, fortunately, I think for everybody, like, Charlamagne is super humble. And, I think Charlamagne could really pop out and just, start talking and shit, but that's just so unlike him. That's so unlike him, but that's the atmosphere we're all in right now, dog. Everybody told about the M's they got. Charlamagne, you ain't gonna tell niggas about the M's you just got? You got them M's. Like, you ain't gonna tell them? So it is what it is. All right. Anyway, I love Joe, love Charlamagne, love Gideon Wallow. We are going to move on. All right. Damn, my first topic took a little bit, right? It's all good. We're in the first hour, people. All right, cool. How's everybody doing? I see people on Rumble. I see y'all, man. Fuck with y'all. Okay. All right, bet. Let me see if I can get into this gossip of the city. Hopefully this page is open. Oh, yeah, it is. All right. Could we find it? Could we find it? Could we find it? I don't know if I will find it. Okay, let me just go straight to Shade Room. All right. Yo, the conversation everybody's having right now is like, yo, did Chief Sosa groom Bad Baby? Okay? Recently she came out and admitted that she tattooed his name 5 times and that either she was going to get it covered up or something like that. Regardless, she's with somebody new, which is not Chief Keef. And also, if you don't know the whole situation behind it, Bad Baby is 20 and Chief Keef is 27, right? Regardless, people have said this is weird. How do you have so much tattoos of this man when you are that young? Okay, let me see if I can play this.
Last name, his name, his.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Here we go.
So I have Chief Keef's birthday, his last name, his nickname, and his, like, I have CK on my ankles, then I have his last name right here, and then I just covered his birthday up here, and then I have So on my ear, and then I have Keith on my wrist.
What
Oh, damn. Why'd you cover his birthday?
Because I'm sick of it.
Okay, but you're keeping the other one.
No, I'm getting them removed.
Okay.
I am just, like, tired of being delusional. So I have Chief Keef's birthday.
Okay, I'm going to be very honest with y'all. And, like, I'm sorry, I just didn't know. I had no idea that Bad Baby and Chief Keef had any romantic relationship. I thought this was like, everybody looks up to Chief Keef. He's kind of just a pillar and a legend in the game. I didn't know that they used to fuck around. By the way, if you know anything about Keef and you look at his long list of baby mamas, his baby mamas pretty much do not look like Bad Baby, okay? Regardless, if she tatted your name 5 times, brother, you deep in them guts. We don't really have to assume. Now, what the problem became is that everybody's saying, well, hold on. If she just turned 20, unless she just went to the tattoo shop and said, give me all 5 of these, and by the way, it's really 6 because she covered up 1. How the hell she tattoo your name? She only been of age for 2 years. How'd she tattoo your name 5 times? So some people believe because they knew that he was in contact with her when she was below the age of 18, when she was like 16 or whatever the case is, running around here doing crazy shit, they believe that either he was having sex with her when she was underage, or he was grooming her to later have sex with her when she becomes of age. Now, the implications of that is people don't like people who groom, right? What is grooming? Let me define what that is. Grooming is basically saying, hey, listen, I want to operate by the letter of the law and also societal norms, and I won't date a girl that is under 18. However, I'm going to romantically flirt with her. I'm going to prep her to be the woman who I want to fuck with. So you start prepping her when she's underage, where she's malleable. She's also really naive. She wants to fit in. She is someone who could be manipulated. And now when she becomes of age, you pop out with her saying, oh yeah, this is my girl now. They accuse Adam 22 of this because they believe Adam 22 was grooming that one 16-year-old that he said he later fucked at 19. But they're looking at Chief Keef, which, by the way, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm surprised people have even talked about this, because usually when it comes to these Chicago dudes, especially Chief Keef got like 10 baby mamas. Like, people don't really, like, I've never seen people hold him to any type of standard. And I don't know if maybe because Bad Baby's white, or because she's just like someone who has been, kind of like just beloved ever since she was just a underage teen by like the internet world, that they kind of care if she tattooed this dude's name when she was being groomed or he was fucking her then, right? So that's the whole thing that's kind of came up. People really are trying to know. Now, when she said it on that interview, she wasn't trying to expose him. She also wasn't trying to say he was like a piece of shit, in the sense of like just overall. She was just saying that she went through a fling and that's why she tatted the name. Regardless, apparently this is Slim Danger. This girl right here, she put up this picture with Bad Baby, and I ain't gonna lie, Bad Baby does look pretty young here. And Slim Danger says his something not that bomb. Trust me. I guess it's his shit, not that bomb. I guess she's talking about his dick. So Slim Danger allegedly has a kid for Chief Keef. I don't even know if that's really his kid. He's never confirmed or denied. But that's why I'm surprised everybody cares about this. Chief Keef don't give a comment on nothing. He don't talk about nothing. You can say the best thing about him, the worst thing about him. He don't say nothing about nothing. And when people don't react to anything and you have no expectations of them, how could you hold them to any type of cancelable offense, right? But they're talking about this. Okay, cool. Regardless, she also went on, let me see. She popped out on Twitter trying to give an explanation because people were looking at Chief Keef really weird. Also, before then, she popped out on a Instagram live where she was kind of talking about the whole thing. This is what she said.
It's mad crazy and mad disrespectful and just looks really bad on me. And I hate like that because, like, what the is even going on? Let me make something clear today. I'm sorry. Like, I'm already in the house mad. Like, I got a headache. Like, I'm just annoyed. I've been laying in the bed all day. Like, and I'm just on the phone with my friend, like, having a regular conversation. Like, and she go on her phone. Oh, she on in shade room. She sends me the shit. What? I don't know that girl. I don't know her. Oh my God. Like, looks like it was taken at Glam House. You know how many and whatever being Glam House and be asking me to take pictures with them when I don't even know them, and then Maya got to tell me who they is after I take the picture with them, like, cause I don't know who it is, like what? Like, I don't know her. It was just like, oh my God. And she had a mask on. I couldn't even see her face. Like, in today's time, I would have never took no picture with her, knowing how she be disrespecting him like that. Like, I would have. This shit is mad crazy.
Okay.
I would have never did that. Like, regardless of what the ever, like, bro, I would never, ever in my life go hang out with that be talking about him. Or regardless of where me and him stand, whether we want to kill each other, whether we cool, I would never, ever in my life go do no like that. This is getting drugged all the way out of proportion. Like, I hate shit like this. It's mad disrespectful, and it looked bad on me.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I know she has a current boyfriend, and I don't really care about what a 20-year-old really wants to do with her dating life particularly, but it sounds like she still wants Chief Keef. You know what I mean? Like, she has another boyfriend. I can show you if you ever go to her page. She kind of shows the nigga off. Bad baby. She has another boyfriend, which is this guy. But if you're hearing how she's talking about Chief Keef and, oh, I would have never took a picture with his baby mom because she keep disrespecting him. Also, she's talked about her 5 tattoos. Like, first of all, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not dating no girl that got 5 tattoos of another nigga's name. That sounds crazy. That sounds ridiculous, right? It sounds like she still wants Chief Keef, don't she? Anyway, I digress. Let's go back to what she's saying.
Like, crazy. Like, all this going around, like, first of all, I'll take blame. I should have never went on Twitter in the first place and called the man a bitch. Like, all right, cool, because now it's like, now y'all looking and nitpicking at it and trying to figure it out, so I have to tell something before stories just get made up. Like, I'm not going to sit and bash him. Like, only time I ever disrespected him was that little Twitter shit. Like, I would never disrespect him publicly. Like it's just like, I don't get that.
By the way, this is why they're accusing her of being groomed, because she's not with him, but the way she talks about him is like there's some admiration there that's bigger than just being in a relationship. So people think, hey, if, grooming a lot of times, just like how young girls are impressionable and malleable to kind of take after father figures or masculine figures in their life, if a guy who ends up fucking you later basically comes in your life and has an impression on you, even if they're with you or not, you feel indebted to them. And the way she's talking about him, that's why people are saying that, right?
Down like that. Like, that's crazy. Like, now it just looks like, oh, this never did that. Like, regardless of what the ever, like, bro, I would never, ever in my life go hang out with that be talking about him. Or regardless of where me and him stand, whether we want to kill each other, whether we cool, I would never, ever in my life go do no like that. This is getting drugged all the way out of proportion. Like, I hate shit like this. It's mad disrespectful, and it looked bad on me.
Okay.
Stooping so fucking low to go hang out with a bitch that publicly be talking about him. Like, no, bro, no. Like, what? Like, I'm mad I even have to talk about this because Sosa don't give this no time of day. Like, I'm mad I even have to speak on this, but it just looks bad on my part. Like, you can see, I'm looking at right now. You can see, I don't even have no tattoos on my face. Like, face little as hell. Like, I was 15, 16. Like, bro, I did not, bro, what?
What Bad Baby doesn't realize is that this makes the whole situation even worse. If this was when you were younger than 18, what this actually means is that, if you guys don't know, this woman here, which is Slim Danger, she's like 33. Chief Keef, who's down here, is 18. No, he's 27. When they start fucking around, he was barely legal. And then she's now barely legal. So what the implication is almost like some Jeffrey Epstein shit, right? That's what some people are thinking. Again, this is not what I believe. I'm just telling you why people are talking about this, because I don't necessarily care to talk about it, but I'm just explaining what people are talking about it for. It appeared that she may have groomed Chief Keef, right? Or not groomed, but she tried to fuck Chief Keef because he was a new rich millionaire that just, like, actually Chief Keef got on the scene when he was 16. So she was older than him. She tried to fuck Chief Keef before he got to 18. And then she's basically taking a picture with her when she's under 18, kind of making it seem like she groomed her for Keef, that once she turned, like, it's some nasty shit. You get what I mean? Again, Keef doesn't care enough to respond to this shit, but I could imagine he probably hit her on the low to say, yo, what's up with this? And I think that's why she's panicking, trying to explain this shit on live, if you ask me.
This is crazy. Stooping so fucking low to go hang out with a bitch that publicly be talking about him. Like, no, bro, no. Like, what? Like, I'm mad I even have to talk about this because Sosa don't give this no.
Okay.
I don't know this. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? This is crazy. And y'all know how that get down with her. Like, she, every time you, bro, I don't even want to speak on this, but it's like mad annoying. Like, I've seen all that shit that be on Shade Room, all that shit that be on all them blogs and shit. Like, I've seen all that shit, how she disrespect him, and every time you see her, it's, oh yeah, I'm Chief Keef baby mama. Like, that baby not even his. Like, what the fuck? Like, this shit is mad crazy, bro. I don't even want to talk on this, but it's like, now it just got me looking crazy. Like, oh, you stupid that low? Like, no, bro.
All right, listen. I don't know what's going on with whatever sexual or relationship affairs that Bad Baby has with Chief Keef. I'll tell you the truth. If there is something, I don't know. It looks a little bit odd just based on how, it's kind of being presented. But I'll say this though, Bad Baby, whatever you were doing before, whether it was OnlyFans or whatever, like you recessed to wherever you were comfortable. Seemed like you were at peace. If anybody knows anything about you, people know that you all that loud ghetto shit that you were doing, it felt like you had issues either at home with the family, your mom. You had a lot of issues coming up. It seemed like you've been doing good. Listen, please continue your healing. And I do not want to see you consistently popping up back in music. I know you try to drop songs from here and there, but you've been doing a good job living whatever happy life you've been living over there. You just have to be cognizant. If you used to mess with some of these dudes while you were underage or when you just turned 18, people are going to accuse you, or like people are going to judge you when you speak about your relationships with them. Unfortunately, all of these guys, people saw around you or talking to you before you were of age, and they were hoping there was no sexual contact. When you now come back later to say, oh yeah, I used to fuck with this guy, they're like, wait, when? Because you were underage when we thought y'all were just doing music. I ain't gonna lie, for the longest I thought they were just doing music. I didn't know Chief Keef was fucking Bad Baby, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Anyway, she did try to make a point as well. She tried to make it through tweets. She said, where's her tweets at? Let's see if I can find it. She says, wait, I'm confused. 20 and 27 is weird, but 30 and 37 isn't. Calling somebody a pedophile isn't just something you say to troll or talk shit. It's disrespectful as fuck. I can't stand the motherfucker, but I'm not the type of person to let someone's names be ruined with lie. Dead that shit. So basically, she's saying, stop calling Chief Keef a pedophile. She says, I'm going to tell the real every time, no matter what it's about or what terms. I know what it's like to have your name ruined with lies. Just because he knew me before 18 doesn't mean it was like that. Y'all wouldn't understand how we were, and that don't mean he groomed me either. I'm in a new relationship now and happy as fuck. I don't care to keep feeding into the bullshit. But me and Sosa characters got played with badly today. I'm not okay with it. He I wouldn't do no spiteful weird shit like that. I was more mad about how I looked like a weird bitch. I let y'all in on some of it because I fucked up and I called him that on there. Then I had to let y'all know something before because I started putting 2 and 2 and getting 5. If I don't, I fucked up. Shit would have never escalated to this. I wouldn't had did that from the jump on some drunk mad shit.
So I have
okay. Again, clearly she's just trying to pick up for him. What's the truth behind it? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like respectfully, I rather not know. And when I mean I rather not know, I know that some of these rappers, I'm gonna just be honest. I just rather not know. You know what I mean? Like you heard a lot of stories about this young woman when she was younger, being around rappers, and you would hope it would be on the up and up. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on to some other shit. What else is popping? Hey, I definitely want to send some healing energy. I gotta send some healing energy to let me see if I could find it right now. I'll send some healing energy to Chance the Rapper's wife. Everybody has seen Chance the Rapper, who looked like he got a hall pass for the weekend, and he been tweaking ever since. Okay, his birthday was like on the 16th of April, and he went to Jamaica. We saw his brother, Chance Bennett. Well, his name is Chance. His brother's name is Taylor Bennett. But when we saw him, his wife wasn't present, and this is how he was giving it up.
It's his birthday.
Let me tell you this, and I know I got some women in here. You know, women always act like, oh, nah, I could give a hall pass. I could give a hall pass to my girl. And or no, women always act like they could give a hall pass to their man and they're not gonna be mad. You're not gonna be mad until you see your nigga doing some shit he don't do with you. You ain't never see this boy smile this. Never see Chance smile this much ever in his life, nigga. That number 3 hat, you ain't never really see it like that before. You ain't never see him slap ass like that. When he fucking you, he don't even really get into it. Now we at Carnival, hey, like he wildin'. That's the shit that be hurting. Like chicks be like, yeah, I gave him a hall pass, but he don't fuck me like that. Like he just going crazy, right? His brother there like, yeah, I told you, man, single life. Even I think his brother's gay, but who cares, right? You know, like they just showing his brother love, like, yeah, go ahead, turn up, nigga. So you can imagine the wifey's like, what the fuck? This hall pass done turned into something else. When he's with his wife, Psalms 23, verse 1, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Like when he's out here, throw that ass back, bitch. Throw that ass back. You get what I mean? She's looking at him like, where the fuck this came from, right? You see another clip of him. Look. Yo, put it like this. When she with the nigga, he don't drink. When he over here, he got a cup of the Migos in his hand. Shirt off. You feel me? When he with his shorty, he fucking with a whole t-shirt on. He at Carnival, shirt off. Look. Done the chat. Bend your back and wind your head for that. Give me that one time. Yeah, give me that. Give me that. Girl, give me. She could tell by the look in his eyes, this is who he wanted to be from the get-go. Now, keep in mind, you know, His wife has stood up for him in the past. Y'all remember his wife with this?
Y'all really be reaching. And he's never going to address this, but all I have to say is we were literally at an event all night last night. Not last night, the night before last. Until late. We were celebrating. So sometimes she on accident.
This was her jumping up to excuse why Chance the Rapper's account was liking tranny porn at 3:25 a.m. in the morning. She said, I'm going to take the bullet. Okay, baby? I'm going to tell him that we were having fun. You don't got to answer to why your account was liking tranny porn. So she took the bullet for it. She took the bullet. You know what he doing?
You look so fine. Done the chat. Bend your back and wine. Yeah, come for that. Give me that one time. Yeah, give me that. Girl, give me.
You get me? Now, you could imagine. She's probably looking like, what happened? It was just the other day that he was making songs like this. This shit was into.
I love my wife. I love my wife. Let's go ride a bike with my wife. My wife's real young, my wife's real small. Let's go to the beach and play with a beach ball. Praise Jesus God and my wife. Let's go to the beach and ride a bike. Ooh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Ooh, I love my wife. She is so fine.
Yo, I think Chance has realized this hip hop, man. Ain't nobody got time for no I love my wife tracks. He back on his bullshit. Come on. Come on, man.
Chance the Rapper said it's his birthday.
Holy. Anyway, let's get back serious, chat. His wife posted a cryptic message to her Instagram. And y'all tell me what this means, because I was confused even posting it. She highlighted a portion of her text. Apparently this is Maya Angelou or something of the sort. It says, every human has paid the earth to grow up. Then she highlighted this part. Most people don't grow up. It's too damn difficult. What happens is most people get older. That's the truth of it. They honor their credit cards. They find parking spaces. They marry. They have the nerve to have children. But they don't grow up. Not really. They get older. But to grow up costs the earth. The earth. It means you take responsibility for the time you take up, for the space you occupy. It's serious business. And you find out what it costs us to love and to lose, to dare and to fail, and maybe even more to succeed. I don't want to read too much into this because, truth be told, I'm praying for them and I'm hoping that this doesn't mean there is, turmoil within the Chance family, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I need a remix of this.
Ooh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Let's go ride a bike with my wife. My wife's real young, my wife's real small. Let's go to the beach and play with a beach ball. Praise Jesus God and my wife. Let's go to the beach and ride a bike. Ooh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Ooh, I love my wife. She is so fine.
Nah, I'm telling you. But anyway, yo, Chance, you know what you gotta tell her? Yo, baby, you the one who gave me the hall pass. Yo, a girl will give you a hall pass to do some fuckery and then post some spiritual shit like you're the immature one. Like, baby, you literally said I could go and have fun. Come on, man. Anyway, prayers for the Chance family, wishing the best for both of them. Hey, yo, rest in peace to my man's Jerry Springer. Unfortunately, He has been pronounced dead at the age of 79. If you guys don't know, Jerry Springer is, honestly just a GOAT when it comes to content in general. A lot of the debauchery and the BS you see with many different programs has been inspired by him. He's pretty much one of the first programs I used to see fighting on TV happen. You get what I mean? Let me see if I can find some more details about, his life. They said Jerry Springer. Oh, apparently he was a former Cincinnati mayor. Wow, I forgot he was like in politics for a little bit. The former Cincinnati mayor and longtime TV host, whose tabloid talk show was known for outrageous arguments, thrown chairs, and physical confrontation between sparring couples and homewreckers, has died, according to the family. He was 79. Apparently he died. The spokesperson said on Thursday that he died, but we don't know when he died, if he died on Thursday or maybe another day. His ability to connect with people was the heart of his success in everything he tried to do, which was good for politics, broadcasting, or just joking with people on the street who wanted a photo or a word. He was a very slick talker, by the way. I like Jerry. Jerry was shrewd operator from what I saw on the show. I only know him from the show. I don't want to get copywritten or something like that, but see if I could play a few moments from Jerry Springer. He had some... See if we can.
My guests today say they're young and wild. Please meet Jessica. She says she doesn't trust her friends as far as she can throw them. Jessica, what's going on?
I'm 22 years old. I have 4 kids.
Let's skip to the fights. Here we go.
15 years?
Nah, here we go. Yo, the great thing about Jerry Springer, as soon as they walk out, they fighting.
All right. Well, let's, and now Hannah is your best friend.
13 years.
All right. Well, let's find out what she has to say about it. Here's Hannah.
I always wonder if this shit was real or not. Even if it wasn't, this shit is fucker at its finest. He's bringing out her best friend. What's the first thing that's going to happen? You know the funny part about it? Jerry was always the chillest person. Look at everybody's face. Look at this motherfucker's face right here. He's like, shit, I'm getting my money's worth. Look at this nigga back here in like this whatever blue shirt or whatever. He was just like, oh shit, turn up. Look, everybody's whatever. Jerry's just calm as hell, like, oh word, okay. I always thought this shit was a little bit fake. Why not throw the shoe at the bitch? Why do you throw the shoe out the way? Throw the shoe at the bitch. This show is so much fuckery. They used to have a fucking WWE bell that would hit. Ding ding, which means fight. Round 1. Now, we got to watch a fight compilation on behalf of him. Fight compilation. Shout out to my boy Jerry, man. Rest in peace, my boy Jerry, dog. Best fights. Here we go.
There's such a...
Oh, shit. Nah, she caught back and slapped the taste out of her.
There's such a...
Oh!
This stupid trashy... Yeah, I did.
You're making yourself look like an idiot on national television.
I don't give a...
Whatever happened to all these people? Like, this before the internet was popular. Like, there were probably stars back. Yeah, look at Jerry walking off on the side. My boy Jerry just walking off on the side, just cooling, man. Cooling. He don't care. Yo, they got the bell ringing. One thing with Jerry, too, the fights be happening, the titties be coming out. They barely even blurred it. They was like almost trying to let you see a little something, something. You hear me? Matter of fact, they used to promote that you could see the unedited version. Damn. Oh. Did the ponytail just come off?
You're a fat pig.
Oh, nah. Oh, shit. That's that Christian Rock. Yeah. Damn. Nah, they going in. They scrapping. Who would wear a wedding dress to the Jerry Springer show? Is this a nigga or a... This is like a transgenders before transgenders was popping, right here.
Wow, you're
Oh!
So what's up?
We too close to Jerry. Stay back there.
I mean, you already know how she is. She a hoe anyway.
She a hoe.
Oh shit! Nah, they scrapping. Yo, I heard that somebody got clapped on one of these because there started to be copycat shows where people used to just come and surprise each other. Like, hey, I'm sleeping with your girl or whatever the case. Like, people used to come and surprise each other. Which, by the way, I always thought it was fake. If y'all both got booked a flight to come out to New York to shoot, and you got booked a flight, your girl got booked a flight, and the nigga next door, and you're going on the Jerry Springer show, ain't it reasonable to, like, why wait till you get to the show to fight? Beat the nigga's ass in the hotel lobby. You know he smashed your girl. Why the hell are all three of y'all coming to the Jerry Springer show? Like, bro, y'all probably all on the same flight. That's what I was always thinking about. But there was one episode, right? There's one episode that I remember where it was a transsexual that came out and was like, it was like an episode all about the tranny telling the straight dude, hey, I'm actually a tranny, and I ain't gonna lie to you, like, I forgot how it went, but they did start fighting, and they said supposedly the nigga killed the transgender person afterwards, like killed him, like bro. Imagine a nigga bring you on like national TV to tell the whole world that you just fucked a tranny without you knowing. You get what I mean? Or like you messing with a transsexual without you knowing. That nigga was hot. He was hot. Somebody say it's scripted? Let me try to Google it. I love my wife. I love my wife.
With my wife. My wife's real young. My wife's real small.
Oh, shit.
I love...
Let me see. Death after Jerry Springer show. I'm pretty sure it didn't happen. Nah, all this is going to talk about his death. Nah, there was one, I'm telling you, man. It was like they sprung it on somebody. Anyway. Oh, that nigga was ready. Why this nigga just take his shirt off? Look at this nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You slept with him right after we got back together.
And I slept with him last week.
Yo, look how everybody's so thirsty for a fight. Look at everybody's face. This is the epitome of like, yes, we want to see this. Ain't we as human animalistic? Look at everybody's face. We're watching humans fight over some shit that, if we're imagining, is real. People's feelings are hurt, this and third. We're watching them fight, and everybody's like, yes! What the hell? Oh, shit! Yo, how many times they gonna ring the bell? Okay. He choking him out. He on some MMA shit. Nah, they on some MMA shit. Nah, he choking him out. Oh, nah.
Yes, baby daddy.
Nah, this is crazy. They used to have mad hillbillies on this shit.
I'm okay.
Yo, Jerry was legendary. Look.
I'm okay.
Jerry didn't give two F's about everybody else. Nah, man. Rest in peace to Jerry, man. I ain't gonna lie. Jerry Springer more legendary than even Maury, dog. Like, Maury legendary too, though. Like Maury really had them joints really doing like a 40-yard dash to the back room. Like I seen one chick on there, she had like her 15th nigga. She was like, yeah. It's like, bitch, you fucked the whole block. Like, how you don't know who the father of your kid is? Like, what the fuck? How's this the 15th nigga? They used to be saying the dumbest shit on the Maury show. Like, they'd be like, yo, of course that's his kid. This is a real episode. I swear. I put $1 million on it. This is word for word, line for line. There was a chick. She was like, yo, I know he the father of my child. Look, he got a SpongeBob nose and my baby got a SpongeBob nose. Like, come on. That shit was classic too. But Jerry the GOAT, man. We got to just clap it up for Jerry, man. Like, everybody clap it up for Jerry. Jerry, we love you. We want to see your funeral broadcasted all across the airwaves that we could, you know what I mean? We got to see a scrap at your funeral too. Like, they can't touch a casket though. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be, you know, you were never involved in the fuckery, but low key, you gave us a lot of fights. You feel me? Like a couple real ones at your funeral would be. Come on, we gotta keep it a bean. We gotta keep it a bean. Rest in peace to Jerry Springer, man. Crazy. All right, man. I love my wife, bitch. I love my wife. All right, people. Let me see what else. You know, we kind of got to. Should we touch on this? All right, so, yo, let me just kind of touch on this real quick. So, Jay Prince posted a picture that supposedly was old. It was from, like, 2021. It shows him and P. If you guys don't know, P is the owner of QC. QC signs the Migos and Lil Baby. Who died in QC or the Migos? We're talking about Takeoff. People have blamed Jay Prince or Rap-A-Lot / Mob Ties for that death. So, people have been wondering what's the relationship between Jay Prince and Quavo or QC and QCP, that's P. This is really interesting because also he posted this picture and randomly he just said this. Congratulations to both of the homies that are making big moves where they're from. Chicago and Atlanta. Keep doing what you're doing. The real recognize real. QCP and Johnny Crusher Jackson. Not sure why he randomly posted. I believe that Whack 100 kind of came out. It was just like, yo, bro, that's an old fucking picture. I think he says this. He says, yo, swipe left. Jay Prince, cloud chasing at his finest. Negro don't post like this when it's good. The pic was taken in 2021 when it was good, not 4 hours ago, more like 18 months ago, okay? So he shows the timestamp on the picture. The timestamp on the picture shows 2021. Now, again, I don't know if this is kind of like a ploy by Jay Prince, but it was definitely misleading. I'll definitely give you that. More than that, though, I kind of want to say, what is the deal with, you know, the relationship between Rap-A-Lot / Mob Ties and also QC? Because I'm like so confused. I have no idea for the life of me why Quavo dislikes Offset more than he dislikes the Rap-A-Lot dudes. Like, bro, like, not to put blame on anybody for the death of Takeoff, but dog, how are you, like, you know, I don't know if you guys seen this, so let me go down on my page. Apparently, Offset got, like, a tattoo on his back of Takeoff, and then Quavo allegedly, like, put up, like, a caption that was, like, sending some shots. So, here's a tattoo here, if I could show y'all. Where is it at? The pic is, I gotta go past all this Leslie bullshit, and I think we should see it here. So this is the picture that Offset tattooed on his back, and it's a mural pretty much of Takeoff, right? Yeah, that's kind of, you know, obviously he's going through his own hurt. By the way, I believe that Takeoff and Quavo are going to go through their own hurt. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what the real thing is between all of them. I don't know if maybe Quavo is blaming Offset for the death of Takeoff because they're like, yo, well, if you wasn't beefing with us or if you were not talking to us or whatever, maybe we wouldn't have been there and he wouldn't. I don't know if that's what is going on, but we randomly saw Quavo put up this picture. Where's the picture at? He put up this picture, and the caption in the picture says rocket power, which is, you know, that's kind of like a, you know, you're alluding to Takeoff. You know, Takeoff was the Rocket, who I think that was like the whole thing on his album, his solo album. It says rocket power. It's in you, not on you. And he says rocket power, right? Which then makes people think, yo, why are you dissing Offset. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea why Quavo is dissing Offset and he ain't saying nothing about Jay Prince and them. Not saying he should say nothing about Jay Prince and them, but I'm just saying, how do you have energy for anybody else but the niggas who are around, who maybe didn't help, who may have contributed, or who just turned a blind eye and allowed your man to get killed? I have no idea how. I haven't heard him call out a single person from that night where Takeoff has ultimately lost his life. But if his quote unquote, I don't know if you want to call it former brother or whatever, tattoos Takeoff on his back, you're sending subliminals. Why you ain't sending no subliminals that motherfucking Jay Prince and them? They seem like they're, by the way, Jay Prince came out speaking for you, saying that you're good. Like, we ain't even hear you speak on what Jay Prince said. So that's a little odd. It's like, yo, brother, are you scared of Jay Prince and them? Because Jay Prince and them came out and basically, not only did they say you're good to basically say you ain't had nothing to say, right? They got it Offset. They also said the guy who was with you, supposedly trying to hold you and Takeoff down, the guy Migo Bands, they called him a snitch, and you ain't say nothing about that neither. So I'm confused. How you ain't say a motherfucking thing about the guys who were all around when Takeoff got killed? Also, the guys who afterwards are saying that the guy who was trying to protect you, they're calling him a snitch, and that guy supposedly is cool with you. You ain't say nothing about the guys called him a snitch and the guys who were around Takeoff when he died. But let Offset go get a tattoo, and Offset's the bad guy? I don't know what's going on. But I kind of do know what's going on. Everybody's scared of Jay Prince, and I'm scared of him too, just because other niggas scared. I don't know. You know what I mean? Listen, it's one of those things, man. You ever, listen, if 100 people are at a party and you start seeing 20 people run that way, ain't you gonna run? What you gonna do? If you gonna stand there, that's how you catch a straight bullet. I'm running too. Ah! I don't even, when we're done running, I'm like, nigga, why we run? Ain't nothing. We just had a race, internal race with us 20. Why'd you run? Oh, I thought we were running from something. Okay, my bad. Yeah, that's just how it goes. They have zero energy, or Quavo at least has zero energy for any nigga that was there the night that Takeoff got killed. Zero. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't, by the way, they're speaking for him. They're saying, yeah, we talked to Quavo. Quavo know what it is. So damn. And by the way, the other nigga that was with Quavo is a sucker. What? And he got nothing to say. That's kind of odd to me. I'm going to just leave it at that, man. I'm going to leave it at that. Anyway, let's keep this junk moving. Chat, ain't we running through topics today, man? I like how we going today, man. This is a good thing, bro. All right. I should probably get on. Let me go back on my page, see if there's anything I missed. Oh, Kai is indeed back. He spoke on Nicki Minaj defending him about the Twitch ban. Let's hear what he said.
Auntie Nicki, I see what you said. Nicki Minaj said, why would y'all do that to that boy? Why would y'all do that to that boy? Why would y'all ban him? She said she got to get all nice and cute to come on a stream, but Twitch, hold on. Bro. Twitch, this is Chestnut Checkers. Should I give y'all a big stream like that? Should I let the queen come on y'all platform? I could just speak something away where I could just go, look, I could just easily go to, I'll go to Queen Radio if I've been invited, if they want to do anything. I'll go to Queen Radio and I'll just talk to her one-on-one, audio only. We don't got to be doing nothing in person. You feel what I'm saying? We don't got to do nothing. You feel me? So I'm looking for Chestnut Checkers. Now listen.
Okay. I can see Kai's been dealing with some great business people because he's starting to talk real business-like, okay? He's now knowing a little bit of his worth, and I don't want to disrespect him by saying he doesn't know his worth or he never did in the past, but he's realizing what the obvious is, okay? You are bringing invaluable moments to this platform that they couldn't pay for. Nicki Minaj reportedly, and I heard a few different numbers, but Nicki Minaj got upwards allegedly of $12 to $13 million to be on AMP. She had gotten $20 million to be on Apple before. Regardless, she's getting millions of dollars to do something once a week, every week. You're streaming 70, 80 hours a week on a platform, right? But again, you're bringing invaluable moments to their platform where they can't get access to these individuals without paying millions of dollars. When you break all these records, they then look at you and they're saying, hey, well, we're paying you according to what our deal is. That is true. And by the way, I heard also, salute to my boy Kai, he did address the rumor, or he addressed the, because I did say it. He addressed me saying that he got paid $2 million and Twitch made $15 million. Now, I want to be very clear where that information came from. That came from people who own platforms who have evaluated what someone who would be pulling those numbers for 30 days will be making. So that's exactly where it comes from. The notion, and by the way, here's the thing. Twitch looks at people to say, yo, Kai, you're getting paid. We're busting down money. Why you need more money? You know why you need more money is exactly what he's saying. You're bringing 21 Savage on their platform. 21 Savage would never get on Twitch for free. Just like how Drake wouldn't get on Twitch for free unless Stake is paying him. You get what I mean? He would have to have a deal, just like how he has a deal with Sound 42. So when you bring these things to these platforms, not only are you making it more popular in a mainstream level, you are actually giving value to that platform. And that value drives up that value is seen in the value of the platform overall, which you do not participate because you don't own. You're a contracted worker. You basically get paid on particular, there's these amount of ads for your channel, and you get paid on it. Now, let me tell you about why the estimated amount that Twitch made off of Kai was supposedly $10 to $15 million. Again, I don't know if you guys are in the ad business. I'm partially in the ad business, but not even at the highest levels. I know how the ad business works because that's how everybody who makes content, that's how you get paid. I told y'all so many times about just watching that business from a higher level, even when I sold a show and I thought I was going to get $2 million bust down with me. What happens is, I'm telling you exactly how Twitch makes money. Twitch makes 5 times the amount off every streamer. That's just a fact. This is a fact. I'm not, by the way, they do have other expenses. So I'm not over here. I'm counting their pockets, but I'm not counting their expenses. That's kind of true. Right? Like, I've heard numbers of what it actually takes to host some of these streams. Like when you have a stream with 100,000 people watching, somebody's paying those Amazon servers to host that stream. Like, and it costs a lot of fucking money. You get what I mean? It does cost a lot of money. But here's what I'm trying to say. If you're in the ad business, and this is why I say they're incentivized to try to keep their top creators. When they're, and this is one of the reasons also I believe that Aiden was banned, when they're doing these deals, like, I don't know if you guys know how ads get served or bought. They'll do a $10 million deal with one particular company, and they'll use their numbers from their top streamers to validate that they could serve those ads. Kai is one of those people. Why am I saying this? Because I could bring up that Verge, go to Verge. They did a great article on Spotify and Rogan. Rogan sells a lot of, if not most of the ads on Spotify. Rogan is the poster child. You use the creators to sell it. Again, if you think that, the easy way to think about it, people are like, oh, well, Twitch takes about 55% or 50%, and they get. If you think Twitch only made, let's say $2 million, so Kai made $2. If you think Twitch only made $2, you're retarded. They're selling ads on a bigger level because of you. They're selling ads for the front page. They're selling ads for this type of whatever. They're selling all type of ads. And then they get a CPM that they then serve the ads through your videos. But it's not only your videos, because when somebody comes to watch you, they might click on the homepage. They get served up an ad there too. They might click three pages before they get to you. They got ads 3 times. So a platform is always getting way more money than the creator. That's a fact. So here's the thing. What I say about leverage is that someone like Kai has to realize, without me, that money you're getting, you're probably not going to hurt the Twitch bottom line that much, but you're the top streamer. You potentially could. This is why they should pay the top creators to stay. They should. They should have paid Aiden. They definitely need to pay Kai. If you're averaging over 20,000 views consistently on Twitch, they should be paying you. It's a lack of respect of the content creator why they're not paying. That's the point. And when someone consistently shows you that they don't value the fact that you're giving your services to them exclusively, you need to stop. That is simple business. Kai does not multi-stream. Salute the Ninja, he streams everywhere. That nigga streams on TikTok. Why would you be loyal to someone who says, hey, we're making 5 times the amount off of you that you're getting anyway, and we still don't feel you're that valuable to try to increase the compensation to keep our top streamer? We'll just give you a pair of shoes. Now, with all that being said, and I think this is what my boy Kai was trying to get at. Kai isn't a dummy. And by the way, Kai isn't being used. He's playing his own game. From what I was told, Kai got his agents. He's repped by some of the best people that handle these situations. I think there's an impatience on whether it's the fans or whoever who's watching this, hoping that he'll make a definitive decision soon. However, trust me, I deal with agents. They take a long fucking time. But the way I heard him speak today tells me he, of course, knows that his value to Twitch is more than just a split on what he gets paid for the subs that his fans are buying from him, or whatever ads that got served up on his page, even though they're doing these bigger deals just for him being on the platform. My opinion, it costs, because some people might be like, wait, well, if you made a couple million, why do you want more? They're making 5 times the amount off every streamer. Now, I'm guesstimating on that, but I'm telling you how platforms live. It's same with YouTube. YouTube tells you the ad splits of this, but it's their website. They also vary with CPM. You know why they give the best CPM to the top 20 creators? Because they sold all them ads because of the top 20 creators. They used to have a preferred program on YouTube. They sold all them ads because of those niggas. Until the adpocalypse. So you know what they used to do? When 1,000 views for regular people were a million views was $2,000. 1,000 views for the Jake Pauls when they were in that preferred program, 1,000 views was $13,000 for them. They were making bank. Why? Because, again, the way how YouTube and all these companies sell ads, they get to dictate who's getting what. You're not privy to the deal they did with Sprite for damn near $600 million. They're not going to tell you that. They already got these deals done. They just got to serve it up via who's popping. That's why, and again, the number of the 15 or 10 to 15 million that Twitch made is strictly a analyzation of other platform owners who have looked into this to say, oh wait, he streamed for 30 days straight and they were serving up ads about every 4 to 5 minutes, an hour and 80 seconds, or a minute and 80 seconds, or a minute and 30 seconds, which is 90 second or 180 second ads. Oh yeah, that platform definitely pulled in. Or if they were smart, which every platform is smart. You think Kai announces that he's going to do 30 days of streaming? You know why they probably didn't ban him? They probably sold ads for those 30 days that they guaranteed that Kai's channel was going to show. They probably sold ads already. They did a deal. Yo, yeah, our content creator says he's going to stream for 30 days. Yo, we'll give you, here, let's do this deal, blah, blah. You think they're cutting in Kai on that deal, or they're going to then take that money, spread it all around the site, then use a different metric to then serve to him and then give him a percentage of that. Again, this is just straight business. But he has the leverage now, and I believe that he'll probably make the best choice. I think people are being impatient because they're hoping he makes a choice now, but it just is what it is. He's in a really unique spot that I don't think people have been in a really long time. Somebody says, this is basic capitalism. Stop trying to teach ninth grade economics. No, well, the only reason why I mention it is because, I think some people look at, when I say that Twitch made that amount of money, they're like, what? How? What? No way. They're making way more than Kai. They're making way more than everybody. That's why I think for the top niggas who got leverage, they should pay. They should at least be at Kai's door saying, yo, Kai, here's $10 million for the next 2 years. And he should be looking at them and saying, nah, I need more. Then he should go over to Kick and be like, yo, well, Kick want to give me 50. What y'all going to come back with? Then he should go to Rumble and then be like, Rumble, what y'all want to give me? And then keep doing that for a while, which, by the way, I think that's what his agents are doing. The business of live streaming is kind of very new. Shit, I just got a deal, right? It's kind of very new, but it's the same business. Whether it's with podcast, it's podcasts just with live streaming just switched out. The same type of business overview is happening everywhere. It's just happening with right now. I told y'all, this is why I said I'm going to do 200 days. I knew it was going to happen with live streaming. So I said I'm going to do 200 days out of 365. I'm going to stream more this year than I've ever streamed before. Because this is going to last, in terms of these deals, for about 2 years. Mark my words. About a year and 8 months left. They're going to be giving out these deals. And then you know what's going to happen? All the companies doing it are going to start doing a internal. They're going to have enough data to say, okay, we've paid out $100 million to get creators to come to our platform. Is what we paid sustainable? Is it giving us, is it yielding the rewards? Is it growing our company the way it should be growing? Should we keep paying or should we shut it down? Regardless, I think every content creator should take from that. You should be streaming everywhere. Why be loyal to one motherfucking place? Because they clearly don't give a fuck about you. I'll leave it at that. Somebody says make your own website. That sounds good. Ain't nobody making their own website. Even Kick is operating at a crazy net loss. By the way, if you don't know, I don't know if Amazon has done this deal yet. Amazon owns Twitch. But Amazon also, they don't take, even though they kind of do it a little bit on their website when it comes to purchasing. Like, for example, Amazon delivery is a thing, right? So all the Prime shit, they have their own delivery service now, which is their own company under Amazon. They lose money on Amazon delivery just to get all the customers and sales. So what Amazon does, they'll lose money here to make more money here, right? By the way, overall, they're not going to pay no taxes anyway. So what they do, because they literally just want to own everything, they'll lose money. Put it like this. Amazon lose money on products just to get the customer base. That's why you'll see Amazon with the best prices. And then they'll still say we deliver for free. You know what I mean? That's why independent places can't really even compete with it. Amazon price matches. They will lose money just to get the sale. Or they'll lose money on the delivery. You know why? Because Amazon's long game is to just have the most amount of customers that their wholesale business is on another level that nobody can compete with. Secondly, they have 5 different verticals that they're doing shit with, right? They got their own products. Amazon, you ever hear store-bought or store brand, products? You'll go and you'll see a bread, or not a bread, but you'll see batteries. And then you see go to CVS, you'll see batteries, which is hey, this is Duracell batteries. Then you'll see CVS batteries. Amazon makes a shit ton of money doing that too. They make replicas of products and it's Amazon products. They've kind of changed the name off Amazon. It'll just be they do it with even food. They have their own wholesale store, right? They have their own grocery store that's kind of offshoot of the site. They do it with regular stuff too, but they don't call it Amazon because people won't, like some things are called Amazon Basic if it's just regular stuff. But because people want to feel like they're buying a brand, they'll put a different name other than Amazon, but Amazon owns it. So Amazon is like in a long game to own everything. Anyway, let me get back to what I'm trying to say. Amazon owns Twitch, but Amazon also treats Twitch like a product that it's hoping to win, and it's really not trying to subsidize, but it will. Now, let me tell you this, and this is supposedly, this is kind of like, this has been leaked a little bit, right? On Amazon Twitch, let's see, Prime. Let me see. I don't know if it's still there. Okay, first and foremost, Twitch isn't that profitable. And by the way, Twitch is like Spotify in the streaming market. Remember when Spotify used to say they're not profitable? Twitch is saying it's not profitable. Remember, it's still owned by Amazon, but Amazon don't want to have to keep like whatever, even though that's a good arena for it to have, which is live streaming. The reason why they stopped doing these exclusive deals, right? And they used to give out 70-30. Nigga, I don't even try, like, Twitch was giving out 90-10s, 95-5s at a point. Twitch would to certain preferred creators. They announced they was going to stop doing 70-30s or anything better, and they were going to go to 50-50, especially after the first 100,000 owned. Here's why. Because Twitch is claiming that their overhead ain't making money, which, by the way, is alarming, right? Here's the point. And this is like such a finesse, right? They said, oh, and also silently, I hear they might be doing away with Amazon Prime subscription soon because Amazon Prime has to pay the $5, like, you know what I mean? Or has to give, I think they just give the $2.50 that the streamer gets paid. I think that they're doing away with that too. The point is this, to explain streaming and then bring Kick into the fold. The most server intensive platform to have is one that does live streaming. Those servers actually cost more to operate than servers that was just holding videos for playback. Now, YouTube, that's been their business since day one. As Twitch has expanded, they've been trying to balance an equation. How do we pay for the servers, which, by the way, here's the funny part too. Amazon owned the servers. If you ever heard of Amazon's main business is something called AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, right? And most websites use Amazon Web Services, including Twitch, also including Kick. They all use Amazon Web Services. So the server that is feeding you this live stream content on Twitch, and I'm not on Kick, but if I was on Kick, is still from Amazon. Here's the thing. Amazon gets paid straight cash from Kick monthly. Straight cash. It's a lot of money because here's the thing about when people say, hey, people should start their own live streaming company. It is really expensive to have a live streaming service where you're streaming to, let's say, millions of people daily. It's really, really expensive. I've gotten some quotes on what it costs certain platforms when they have, like, say, 40,000 people trying to live stream a piece of content on that site. And especially for hours. And the money is exorbitant. It's not like $20. It ain't like $100. It's in the thousands. So again, going back to Twitch, they're trying to balance that. That's why they said, let's stop giving all the perks to the people, to the streamers. Here's why it's just fucked up, right? At the end of the day, Twitch is a product that is gaining in, even though it's owned by Amazon, it's gaining in worth because it's more popular than it's ever been. and it's also generating the most revenue on an advertising level than it's ever been. So even if their bills go up to the most it's ever been, you're making the most amount of money it's ever been, which means you should then look at the company's value and realize that this is how every company grows and actually invest. Same. Aside from that, with Kick is just paying Amazon. So pretty much Amazon is winning regardless. They get money from Twitch, they get money from Kick, and unless something else happened, Amazon just keeps winning. Just pretty much, I guess that's what I was trying to say. So when y'all say someone should make their own streaming service, that's not feasible, man. Like, especially when these guys are having 75,000 people watching them. And especially if it's going to be for perhaps not just themselves. A lot of the reason why a lot of these streamers got as big as they did is they were able to feed off a ecosystem and feed off a community. So you can't just have one stream on your platform. You're going to have a multiple streaming type of platform. And if you have millions of people streaming from any platform, you're going to be spending millions of dollars in overhead. Factual. That's just what it is. All right. Anyway, let me just kind of move on. Yeah. Cool. All right, people. Damn. We moving though. We moving. We're moving. We're moving. Good. We should address this. So if you guys don't know, my boy Designer, he got charged recently with indecent exposure. We got to read the details of this because, I didn't get too much into this, but when you read the details, it was a little bit crazy. The rapper Designer was hit with a federal charge on Monday for allegedly masturbating on an international flight, claiming he had exposed himself because he ain't had sex in like a week. The 25-year-old rapper, whose name is Sidney Royale Selby III, was charged with one misdemeanor count of indecent exposure over allegations. He exposed himself multiple times, starting about 60 to 90 minutes into a Delta flight from Tokyo to Minneapolis. By the way, how long is that flight? Let's kind of see. Tokyo to Minneapolis flight time. Let's see. Wow, 11 hours and 40 minutes, okay? So my boy had to bust a nut, you heard me? After flight attendants spotting him expose himself, he quickly covered up, only to be caught masturbating about 5 minutes later by members of the flight crew. He was again told no and covered himself up, the complaint alleges. Even after he was told he was going to be arrested, he was seen expose himself a third time, all right? 2 travel buddies agreed to watch him the rest of the flight when he was moved to the back of the plane, where he apologized to a security guard and claimed he was bugging and messed up. When he got up from his first class seat to move to the back, a jar of Vaseline dropped in the aisle, okay? Y'all niggas use Vaseline to jerk off? Before he was taken into custody, he also apologized to the flight crew when talking to the FBI. He allegedly told an agent he didn't get much in Japan, okay? And he showed his magic stick to one of the flight attendants he found attractive, according to the complaint. He also said he exposed himself because he ain't had anything in a week, which the agent understands to mean sex. The complaint states, when the agent asked if his actions interfered with the flight attendant's job, he outrageously replied, "I thought I was giving her encouragement to keep pushing." You know what I mean? To keep striving for it. He also told the agent he was not under the influence during the flight. The complaint state he's known for his hit Panda, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Recently came out and said, for the past few months I've not been okay, and I've been struggling to come to terms with what is going on. Okay. Let me try to give some silver lining in the story. By the way, I spoke to a Designer who said, thank you for your kind words. Basically, I had said that he's probably going through things. He has to adjust to maybe a slightly different level of fame, and that could be definitely takes a toll on any individual. A lot of people who were way more popular a couple years ago, they're adjusting, and he might be in that period. Now, I don't know if he's on drugs at all. People would assume, but I don't know if that's what it is. But, it's it's definitely something I believe personal and mental. Now, granted, after hearing the full details of the story, it sounded like he just wanted to get a nut off with people like, yo, bro, you really believe this guy's like, going through some shit? It looked like he was just horny as shit. And by the way, you hear Lil Duval and Michael Blackson kind of say the same thing. They say designer ain't nothing wrong with him. Nigga just took so much shrooms. By the way, did shrooms get your dick hard or something like that? I'm thinking he probably popped a honey pack, you know what I mean, or took a Viagra by mistake. Like I've never seen a situation where you're that horny. And by the way, here's the thing too. If that was, it's a long flight. That type of long flight, you got your own booth or whatever the case is. If you had to beat off like that, why not just go to the bathroom, I guess, right? I would imagine people could survive without beating off on a plane, but if you got to beat off that bad, why not go to the bathroom or something like that? And shit, what's up with a jar of Vaseline? And clearly, like, if he's showing the flight attendant's dick, he was trying to do a lot more. Anyway, Michael Blackson said, yo, who was caught masturbating on a plane and blaming it on mental health? LOL. He said, nigga, it was a long flight and you was horny. Just say that. He says, I love America, man, because we could do some crazy shit we're aware of, and then when we get caught, we just blame it on mental health. Mother sucker, cut it out. You just a freak nigga that got caught. I'm kind of, I'm stuck in between trying to, like, analyze this, man. I don't want to be trivial and just kind of dismiss it like, oh, he's just horny. Like, we all get horny, but we all don't do this. I'm thinking there's some deep underlying things that's going on, and whether it is drugs or maybe it's just mental issues or shit, who knows? Maybe he's just been depressed or shit. Like, you have to have some disconnect with reality and disconnect with what's acceptable in social, public social atmospheres if you're doing some shit like that. And that's probably a byproduct of you just wilding out in other realms, you know what I mean? Or you going through something. So I don't necessarily want to just like act like there's nothing wrong with him. You hear Pluto? Look at Pluto, man. Pluto must be horny. Let me go check on him. Oh my God. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check on Big Plute. What y'all think? Let me know. Yeah, I gotta check on this boy real quick. Let me play something for y'all in the meanwhile. Oh, I feel like I was gonna play something before. I don't know. What was I gonna play? All right, I'll check on Pluto in a second. All right, that's my boy though. All right. Here we go. All right. Oh, yeah. I'll play this new Vlad clip. I need some water or some liquor. It's a new Vlad clip where T.I. is talking about what happened. No, Boosie's talking about what happened with T.I. Let's see. Very interesting. I love Boosie, but I think Boosie's world is coming to crash down around him, and I think he has to be very careful because a lot of times, Boosie is the guy. He's the people's champ, but Boosie, who's very opinionated, who stand on something. There's a lot of people who's in that woke Twitter world. They claim they stand on something too, and a lot of times, most people who try to do the soapbox, you stand on something. Those people become the biggest hypocrites because you realize they stand on something when it's easy to stand on it, and then they're malleable when it's otherwise. Like, for example, I think Boosie, when calling out, he said whatever about Zaire Wade or whatever the case is, and like how, Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade wanted to parent. Then we see that shit hit home, and then, he had to kind of, that was a new experience for him. He had to kind of adjust and kind of realize that maybe how forceful he was with those opinions may have not been the best thing, but also here, like Boosie's tweeted out after hearing that somebody snitched that he says they should die. Like, you know what I mean? He's somebody who said the guys who beat up 6ix9ine, they should get a goddamn GoFundMe for them because like a snitch getting beat up is a great thing. And his disdain and dislike for his snitches, pretty much he's been saying that there is no wiggle room around that. You know what I mean? Obviously when it comes to Birdman's brother, Gangsta Williams or whatever his name is, he said that guy is a cooperator and he don't fuck with that and he don't want to really hear no nuance to what snitching is because he's a street dude. However, I'm hearing nuance here. I'm hearing him saying, well, you know what? T.I. did a lot for me. I love T.I. Truth be told, our kids are cool, this and third. Now, even though I'm going to be very clear and very honest, Boosie did say afterwards, well, he explained the snitching stuff to me, which if you know the whole situation, T.I. later came out to say, no, I was joking. Like, that never really happened like that, right? So he's saying he accepted that, but I'm going to be honest with you, like, if you hear how he leads with this, he basically said, yo, this is my friend, man. This is my friend. Like, yo, and to be honest, he did some shit for me. And honestly, what I would say to Boosie is like, for everybody you call a snitch or everybody you wish ill will on who may have cooperated, or every time you stand vocally on something like, oh, this guy is a teller or a truth teller, whatever, that person was probably nice to somebody else. Like Gunna probably did some great things to people around him. They probably don't feel like how you feel. So maybe you should understand their side of things when you're campaigning or you're saying that they should, whatever. You know what I mean? I think somebody said free Pluto. If Pluto come in here, all he gonna do is get problems. I know it. I'm telling you. I let him out. I bring Pluto in here. But I know he gonna start with mad problems. You get what I mean? He big too. Like Pluto, like 110 of 20 pounds. Okay, so again, I'm glad that this was resolved amicably, but I think Boosie has to take a step back in, he's been the person who's been saying what the people want him to say. However, it becomes a conflict of interest when they're now telling you to say the same things about your friends, the same things about the people who've helped you, the same things about the people who, again, you probably turn a blind eye to their actions because you know their character, right? Again, it is what it is. Should I let Pluto out? I'll let him out. All right. Let me let him out. All right, boy, come on now. All right. Did you see this motherfucker right here? We just got an electric fence, so like, chill, my boy. Chill. All right. All right. All right, doggy. Look that way. Look. Yo, this is the most spoiled dog I ever seen, man. By the way, I ain't gonna lie. Remember I told y'all a story? This is why I got a shit ton of Rottweilers, man. I'm training them. If y'all see any nigga in here, eat them. Y'all see any niggas in here, eat them, gang. I got one down here, one up there, and I'm getting two more, nigga. I'm having mad dogs in my crib. I ain't gonna lie. I can't trust people, but these dogs, my boy, it's my killer, man. Big Pluto. Yeah, he bad, but I ain't gonna lie, man. This nigga hear a pin drop. He going crazy. My liquor, man. My liquor. Chill, bro. Right. Look. All right. You drinking that Tito's? It's all good. I'm gonna let him chill. You know, he just kind of want to. All right, I'm gonna try to work. You know, I gotta hit these topics, my boy. Man, I gotta hit these topics. All right, cool. Fuck. Yo, he's like a big fucking baby. I love him though. What breed is Pluto? He's a German Rottweiler. He's a working dog. Feel me? He's 1 year. He's a year and 2 months old. If you're wondering his height and size, he's tall as fuck. I don't know exactly his height, but he weighs between like 110 and 120 pounds now. Apparently, like his max weight's gonna be like His max weight is gonna be, what's your max weight? Like 140? I think he's hit his max height. He's big as fuck. Feel me? Jay Storm, what up? I know Jack Harlow didn't drop yet, did he? Oh, Jack Harlow did drop. It's midnight. Okay, you want to chill? I got to talk about Jack Harlow, okay? I'm about to bring you food again. Cool? All right, sit. Come on. Sit. Yep. There you go. Ah. Yeah. All right. Okay. So. Give me 1 second. All right. Anyway. What is that? What's that? Open. All right. It's my liquor, my nigga. Yo, I'm telling you, he's an attention whore, man. I swear. Okay. These are cords. You got to go over there. Go. Y'all the niggas who told me to let him out. All right, let me just bring his. I'm gonna bring his food in here, and he gonna be straight. I'm gonna bring his food. Give me a second. Come. Brother, man, go eat, my nigga. Go eat. Damn. Here. Fuck. All right. Sorry for that, man. Nah, he chilling though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've always said I don't like dogs. I only like my dog. I never liked dogs before this, but like my dogs, they're like part of the family. Like they fuck up, but I love them. It's cool. All right. Anyway, so Jack Harlow randomly decided to drop an album, right? If you guys didn't notice, he put out this cover, and he announced that the album was coming this Friday. By the way, I think that's kind of reasonably quick. When's the last time he had an album out? Jack Harlow. I think he dropped an album last year, right? Am I tripping? I'm pretty sure he dropped an album last year. So Jack Harlow, let me look at his discography. Yeah, Come Home, the Kids Miss You. He dropped that shit in May. So May 6, 2022, he dropped the album. He had Drake on it. I'm not too sure who has on his current album. I would play, but we're on YouTube and a couple other places, so can't really do that. Let me look. Let me see. It's called Jackman, and this is the track listing right here. Oh, it's just 10. This is the second studio album, no features? Am I tripping? It don't look like there's no features. Father the release, blah, blah. Yeah, it don't look like there's no features. Is there really no features? Give me a second. Let me. Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow. Oh, it's no features for real. Okay. That kind of makes sense. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I like what Jack Harlow's trying to do. Whether you want to agree with him or whether you think he's really good or not, I think Jack Harlow's coming for the spot. And when I mean come for the spot, he wants to be one of those top 5 guys. I've constantly said about Jack Harlow and where he fits in a dichotomy of the new artists coming up. He wants to be one of those main guys. And you know how we always talked about there was like a whole class of people who were like leading that, that last generation, whether it was like J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick, you had Meek, Wale, they were kind of all in there, Big Sean, right? You also had A$AP Rocky to a certain extent, right? And all of those people were kind of floating around in that top 10. And if you asked anybody about a contemporary top 10, they would have told you that back then. I think that Jack Harlow wants to be that for the next generation. And he just doesn't only want to be the guy known for hits. He wants to be the guy that's be known for good projects, the guy who's trying to push his lyricism, the guy who's trying to push his sound, and the guy who's just trying to make really good music. So I give him credit for that. His style isn't necessarily like, I know he's white, isn't, bro, if you eat my hat, I'm going to be tight. This motherfucker, man. His style isn't necessarily like a lot of the shit that you would expect, especially when people think about white rappers. It's not like Eminem. It's kind of more mellow and cool, and it's kind of like a in-between mix of I think he cares about lyricism, but he knows how to make a hit song, which is, I think, an invaluable skill to have. And I think that's why he could be one of the people that we're going to be talking about for a while. He also, he has a clean image, but doesn't come across as corny. I think that's where Chance the Rapper kind of messed up. Like, people love the fact that he had a clean image, but then he started talking about, I love my wife, man. Like, people were just like, bro, like, you're preaching to us every verse. Like, you're just talking about you love your wife. You don't even seem like somebody we want to emulate, which is very important. So, I think that he is going to last, and I think that, I haven't listened to this project yet. I think if this project is good without features, you could add features later as a remix. Oh. That's my dog shedding. Every time I like touch him too much, I sneeze. Yeah. Bro, calm down, bro. Just calm down. Pretty much, I think he's gonna be around. So I give a thumbs up for Jack Harlow. I wasn't the biggest fan of him when he just came out, just because I was, I was rooting for Uzi, and Uzi seemed like he was signaling that the generation now was focusing on Jack Harlow, but in reality, Jack Harlow is just a really dope artist. So I fuck with him, man. So salute to my boy Jack Harlow, and I'm hoping to see more as time comes because I think he has a lot of promise, and I think he cares about the art a lot. Truth be told, right? All right, people. What else we talking about? Yo, bro, stop debating. That's my cord. Chill. All right. Give me some topics, man. Somebody said I'm having a hard time. Yeah. Let me play this video. So one of 6ix9ine's attackers did an interview with 1090 Jake. 6ix9ine, 1090 Jake. And apparently this was like the guy who's like the son of like one of the guys. He did this whole interview. Let's hear what he basically said. So this is 1090 Jake on with one of the guys who jumped 6ix9ine in 24-hour fitness. Let's hear what he had to say.
Was in the shop, bro.
Here we go.
Some people are saying crazier things like you must have told if you got out, whatever. Go ahead and tell everybody how this situation started for you. The first thing that
Oh, my bad. I was saying, look at Pluto in the background. I brought his bowling that he could eat, right? Like, hey, eat, get a little midnight snack, do your thing, you know what I mean? Have some fun. The stream loves you. He turns the bowl over, so he spilled all the food on the ground, and now he's just eating off the ground. What's the point of having a bowl? Anyway, whatever. All right, let's go back to this.
that happened where you became involved in this.
All right, so basically everything's messed up that happened. So I was literally at home, bro, just finished dinner. I get a call from my mom saying I just got pulled over. Literally, my mom was on her way to church when she got pulled over.
What the fuck?
Because my car, I drive a Tesla, bro. My car's in the shop. They literally thought I was on the run, bro. They thought I was running from them. But literally, the car was in the shop, bro. Because I got into an accident in February. Somebody hit my door. But yeah, bro, they went to my mom because they couldn't get to me. And when they pulled her over, they're like, we have an arrest. We have a warrant for your son's arrest. And then my mom calls me, bro. And I'm an entrepreneur. I do trading and stuff like that.
What?
My mom called me. She's like, Anthony, why are they trying to arrest you? Are they trying to arrest you for like scamming or for the loans you took out? And I'm like, what are you talking about? She said,
did he just draw a snitch on himself that he's scamming? He's scamming? He's like, his mom said, hey, son, are they trying to arrest you for the scamming you do? Yo, no way this guy just told on himself like 2 seconds in.
the police pulled me over. They have a warrant for your arrest. And I'm like, that's crazy. She's like, just get dressed, do whatever you have to do to assist the officers or whatever. So I literally am so confused about the whole situation. I walk out the house, and literally they have 6 detectives outside, everybody with assault rifles, German shepherds and stuff, walk me out like I'm a killer in front of all my neighbors. And they take me to the police station, right? They take me to the police station, and they don't even do a proper investigation. They didn't ask me who I was with, where I was at that night. None of that, bro. They didn't ask me nothing, bro. They just said you look like the guy, and that's you, and that's it. And
Did they?
I literally
not to cut you off, but did they show you who they were talking about, like the surveillance video?
Yeah, they showed me everything, and I already knew what it was. I'm like, that's the 6ix9ine thing. I'm like, what the hell am I here for? and they're like, "Well, you're the guy that used the membership to let them in," and I'm like, "When, bro?" I'm like, "Look at the picture, look at the guy, look at me, look at him, look at me."
This is who they're saying you were, right here.
Yeah, yeah. And if you look at the video 6ix9ine posted, there's another video of him, bro. And Buddy has no beard, bro. Literally, if you look at my mugshot, what's funny about my mugshot, I seen everybody clowning me. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that shit is funny. It's funny, it's really funny. Literally, the reason my hair is like that, I literally went a month and a half with no barber, bro. Literally 3 months. I've been off social media because, like I said, I've just been focused on God and goals. I wasn't trying to go out at all. And literally, the last time I had a haircut was like February 14th because I was on a date, which is funny. But so yeah, and I told the police officers, how is it that I grew a beard in less than 10 days? I'm like, explain that to me. How did I magically grow a beard in less than 10 days when the guy in the video has no beard at all? And like these guys did a poor job, bro. I was literally, the day of the incident, I was literally at home preparing for Bible study because I'm the Bible study leader of my group.
Right.
And I have...
Call Dago.
No way. The dude said I was prepared for Bible study. No way. Nah, stop it, bro. Yo, stop it, dog. I can't tell this guy's trolling or what, bro. He said I'm the Bible study leader.
8 witnesses, not 1, not 2, not 3. I have 8 witnesses that can attest to that. And I have screenshots of me being at my house on Zoom giving the Bible study. And like it's crazy, bro. But you know, what the devil meant for bad, God used for good. Because of this whole situation, I went into jail, right? And you know, the people that actually know me, the people that know the real me, know that I'm not a no demon time. I could care less about street politics, and I could care less about fame. If I really wanted to be seen, I would have kept my social media and act a fool. But literally off social media for 3 months. I try to stay away from it, like I said, just to focus on goals and God. I just want financial freedom. And but as soon as I go in, the first thing I did was preach.
I know this little nigga that just pissed on my car. Boy, nigga. Nah, hell nah, nigga. What? You know he just pissed on my carpet, right? Brother. Nah. Don't hop up on me. Nigga. Nigga, that's my good carpet. Oh, hell nah, bro. Your pee stings too, bro. Nah, come on. Hop over me. Get over me, nigga. Come on. Come. Hell nah. Give me 1 second, man. I'm about to put both of them on side. Oh, what the fuck? I can see you pissed. Hold on, man. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this for y'all, but I gotta go I'm taking them out. Shit. Turn the alarm off and shit. All right, come on. Here we go. Yeah, y'all can watch this. Give me a second, though. I gotta get paper towels.
And I was able to evangelize one guy. His name's Lamar. I was able to evangelize him and get him close to God. And I was able to help an immigrant. 2 months. This guy named Michael was in there. 2 months. No communication with the world whatsoever. And I was able to help him get in contact with his mom and his brother. Like, this situation, even though it was a bad situation, I'm glad God used me to help people while I was in there.
Right.
And the 2 guys was in there. The first time I ever met these guys, the guys from the
So
video.
you're talking about, just so we clear, these 2 guys were in jail with you.
Yeah, as soon as I got picked up and they took me to county, they put me in the holding cell with them. I look at them, they look at me. And they look at me real hard, bro. They're like, you look like the guy, but you're not the guy. They're like, what are you in here for, bro? And I told them, I'm in here because of this whole 6ix9ine thing. And they started laughing, bro. They started laughing their ass off, bro. because they're like, now I've seen it all. You're the first guy in jail that I've ever known that was actually innocent. They were laughing their asses off, and they told me too. Look, when we go to court, we're gonna tell them it wasn't you. But the thing is, we're gangsters, bro. We're not sure if they're gonna take our word for it, but we're gonna let the judge know that it wasn't you at the scene. And like I said, I wasn't there. Period. Right. I was at my home doing a Bible study for my team. And look, I even have it right here. The case dropped because of insufficient evidence. I wasn't there point blank. Period. And
so, let me clear something real quick, because people in the comments, they like to say snitch, snitch, snitch. I spoke to somebody, I'm not gonna say who, but I spoke to somebody in direct contact with them, and this person told me that they said you had nothing to do with the case.
Yeah.
So the two people that are still charged with this case told law enforcement, the judge, whoever, you had nothing to do with this, and because of insufficient evidence, your charges were dropped.
Exactly.
And you, when did you meet them? You never knew them?
Bro, I don't know these guys at all, point blank, period. That was the first time I met them when I was in county.
All right, chat, remind me in 8 minutes to go get the dogs, all right? Fuck. You stole my good old carpet, man. You see this nice carpet I got? Look how fire this carpet is. Fire! All right. Now I put paper towels on it. Right there. Like right there. Let's put some paper towels down and shit. Really, when he was jumping up by the door, he was probably telling me like, nigga, I need to go take a piss, nigga. You over here drinking liquor. I want to go piss. So you can't really be mad at dogs. Whatever. Anyway.
So you literally got wrapped up in one of hip hop's most infamous beatdowns and had nothing to do with it.
Nothing at all, bro.
How does that make
you feel? I don't know, bro. Like I was disappointed that they made me look like a criminal internationally, but I was grateful that I was able to help two people in jail. One get closer to God, one finally get contact with his mom.
Right.
Like I found beauty in the suffering, and on top of that, bro, the thing I was most disappointed about is I was supposed to get baptized on April 8th. I was supposed to get baptized, bro. And they took that away from me.
Are you serious?
Like, I can still get baptized, but I had it like ready for me. Like I was ready to go all in with God. I literally gave my life to Christ 3 years ago. You know, all glory to God. And I was supposed to get baptized, and because of this whole situation, it was taken away from me. But my mom always tells me, the closer you get to God, and the more you try to bring people into His kingdom, the harder the devil's going to try to come after you to ruin you. And to ruin your image. And I feel like I've just been getting attacked by God. I mean, not by God. I'm so sorry. But by the devil. I feel like I've been getting attacked by the devil. And, you know, it sucks that I had to go through this, but I'm glad that some good things came out of it. And, you know, I'm still going to get baptized. I still want to give my life fully to God. Like, I'm not letting this situation get in the way of my relationship with God. And, you know,
let me ask you something, because I've seen a couple of people, a lot of people are saying that they believe you, but a couple of people are asking, how were they able to use your gym membership card?
I have no clue, bro. I have no clue how that happened.
So were you aware that your membership card was missing?
Bro, that's the thing. Like, I literally don't know what happened, bro. I don't even have a membership card. I haven't used my membership since January. Because, like I said, in February, I had no card whatsoever. I've just been focused.
Oh, yeah. I was about to get baptized that day. Oh, I don't even got a gym membership card. Nah, the last time I used it was January.
focus on, like I said, God and financial freedom.
Niggas say I'm focused on God and financial freedom. Holy.
Like, I'm not a delinquent, bro. Like, look, I literally got books right here. I'm no delinquent. I got Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Successful Positive Mental Attitude, Richest Man in Babylon.
So you far from the street lifestyle. Like this ain't even your character to be involved in something like this.
It's not my character, bro. Like I have nothing against nobody, and it goes against my character because, like I said, I gave my life to God, bro. Like this totally goes against my character.
Listen, man. Yo, shout out to Jake. That's why Jake is good at what he do. If this was DJ Vlad interviewing this nigga, he would have got the punch by punch, blow by blow commentary. Like, he lying, but Jake letting him lie. But Jake know he lying, but Jake from the street, so Jake ain't gonna press him like that. But this nigga lying.
Like, why would I put myself in a position to ruin my face as a Bible study leader and as someone that wants to help people around the world?
Why would I do such a thing to ruin my face as a Bible study leader? Do y'all hear this?
Bro, like that's ridiculous. I would never put myself in a position to jeopardize the good things I already have. Right. And on top of that, I want to shout out some people. My mentor, Natalia Salinas. Once she heard about the situation through one of my Bible study students, Jennifer, and bro, this girl, she went all out for me because she knows the type of man I am. And she hit up everybody that she could to try to get me help. And she was able to get in contact with my teacher, Natalia Salinas. And she's my trading teacher, my trading coach. And as soon as my teacher found out about it, she did everything to get with her connects, and she got with one of her connects, Neno. He's a trader as well, and he got me my lawyer, Jeff Caesar. I can't pronounce his last name too good, but Jeff Caesar, and he was able to help me out throughout this whole situation and get everything dropped. And like, if it wasn't for my Bible study, bro, I wouldn't have the witnesses that let the judge know that I was home. I wouldn't have the people that helped me out. Literally, one of my students in the Bible study, literally paid for the whole lawyer. Like literally, well, first my teacher put the down payment for the lawyer, $2,500, and what was going on?
These rappers wanna go ahead and help out now that you out and you can.
So this situation was.
All right, man. My boy Captain, and I respect it. He a street dude. I don't like how you just put everything like, oh, I was doing some godly stuff. You know what I mean? You could get your lies off without doing that. But again, I think the dude a Latin King or something like that. So, I got to shout out to him, man. Like, he keeping it real street here. Like, he act like he ain't know what's going on. Nigga, he act like he don't know what's going on. Let me see what some of these comments saying. Someone said, they say, this guy is good. He hit him with that Christian Kobayashi, real life Kaiser Soze. Somebody said, I know a lot of people joking that he did it, but you could tell this dude is sincere. Just goes out to show how whack the system is. How many people don't get out. Somebody be like, nah, you could tell dude's an absolute pro, moving in silence. And so we'll believe this because it seems so true. Somebody say he did it, but they played the courts. Duh. You know what I mean? I couldn't have done it because I love the Bible. They probably asked the witnesses to identify him. Somebody said, actually believe me. All right. Somebody said, I could grow a beard in less than 10 days. This dude got a thick head of hair. He probably could grow a beard during one of those Bible study meetings. Says the bro definitely needs to be looked out for. He's a real good dude. We all need to get together and look out for him. I will definitely look out for him. Also, I'm not just talking. All right. As long as 6ix9ine got beat up, this guy's a hero. We gonna fund you. Somebody said, I don't know, but why good and goals is wild or whatever. Somebody says, yo, dude is clueless. Jake threw him an alley-oop for the lawsuit so he could say they tarnished his name and affected his life, but his bozo was like, no, it didn't affect me at all. Somebody said 1023. He's looking at his lawyers. Somebody said, yo, he's more afraid of his co-defendants than the police. That's how it is. He's Pastor Mason. Somebody said whatever they say he did. He did it. God and goals. Somebody said, yo, who got a counter of how many times? He said, literally. Somebody said, yo, he just bought the books yesterday. Yo, I love reading comments. Comments be so hilarious. Oh, man. Let me see what happened at 10:10 or whatever. Or 10:23. Here we go.
Bro, that's the thing. Like, I literally don't know what happened, bro. I don't even have a membership card. I haven't used my membership since January. Because, like I said, in February, I had no car whatsoever. I've just been focused on, like I said, God and financial freedom.
God and financial freedom. I rock with it. Nah, I'm jacking this. I like this. I can't even say I don't. I can't even say I don't. Oh, shit. All right, bet. Okay, people. What are we moving on to? Hey, I do got to get Pluto on them. Oh, yeah, I got to go get Pluto. Shit. All right. Let me see. What else is on my list? Maybe I can have y'all watch something for a couple minutes while I get Pluto. I got to get both of them because they both outside. I could hear them playing. They be thinking life is all a big fucking game. Let me see. By the way, that guy's charges got dropped, and 6ix9ine isn't aggressively pushing for charges, but clearly, the county is gonna look to see if they could charge anyone, especially that was so brazen, it's caught on camera, all that type of stuff. Let me see what else. Wait. Give me a second. What are y'all spamming? How 6ix9ine ribs? Man, 6ix9ine is dropped to 6ix9ine is like fully Hispanic music right now. Okay. Biden announced that he's running for election again. All right, Biden election. You do it via video. This nigga Biden is like half retarded, bro. Is it this?
That's our democracy.
Biden don't even cut videos no more. That nigga's out of here. All right. Okay. Cool. Let me play this real quick. Praz FBI. I need y'all to understand this FBI shit with Praz. It's a little convoluted. So I'm going to play a little lead up of what the fuck it means or what was going on. And then I'll give some commentary on it. I gotta get the dogs back in, all right? So.
Hey, Williams. Summoned and very rich.
All right, nah. I want like a little documentary type shit. By the way, apparently this nigga snitched on himself on a Vlad interview. Like, he was, so if you guys don't know, Praz is the nigga who was in the Fugees, right? So the Fugees is like, you got Wyclef Jean, you know what I mean? You have motherfucking Lauryn Hill, and then you had like motherfucking Praz. You get what I mean? Like, now he ain't been popping for 20 years, and essentially, like, the dude popped up spending millions of dollars, right? And the nigga was so like bold about it, he went on even Vlad, kind of like chatting shit, like basically like not realizing like, bruh, you not lit. How the fuck you got, like, people are gonna look into the money type of shit, right? Let me see if I could pull up his Vlad interview. I just seen it, right? He went on Vlad and basically snitched on himself. I got both of them in here now. Pluto gotta go to sleep. And then, damn nigga. What's up with you? All right. How about y'all go sit down? Go lay down. Go. And if y'all piss again, I'm telling y'all, man, it's a wrap for y'all. Yo, dogs are so jealous. If the female dog hops on me, the male dog just attacks him. That's my keyword. Pluto don't let the female dog. Her name is Princess. Pluto don't let Princess. Bro, if you piss on me, nigga, I see you raising your leg, nigga. he don't let the female dog like show me no affection. He's like he get jealous type shit. All right, bro. Look at him. Yo! Stop. 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 Both of y'all. All right. All right, man. Hold on, man. Somebody said, no. By the way, no, Pluto is trained. What happened is she's not trained. She's about to go to training. Let me tell you this. If you ever had a trained dog with another dog that's not... Watch. You said this is a female dog. She hops up on me. Watch Pluto right now. Watch Pluto. Jealous as a motherfucker. Watch this. Yo, chill, my nigga. Like, kick their ass on out of there. All right, bet. You got to go to sleep, brother. All right, just give me a second. I'm going to just keep playing this. Give me a second. I'm going to put Pluto to sleep.
Explain.
Yo, did he duck the question of, nigga, how you still balling like this and you ain't made a hit in years? All right. So, essentially, he said he got mad bread. Chill, princess. Okay? Let me see. All right. Good. Praz Vlad TV. There's another one interview where he said, you got to watch this shit. So this is why he really got in trouble, right? So I'll give you the overview, and I might have to put her to sleep too. So Praz, a rapper from the Fugees, basically met some Chinese billionaire, a Chinese billionaire who wanted to cozy up to the Obamas or whoever they wanted to influence to win the election back in 2012 and also 2016. Subsequently, obviously, you had Obama, then Trump. He wanted to get close to them. They used this guy as the guy to funnel the money through. So he supposedly, as the story goes, he watched this guy spend $1 million in a club in about 30 minutes. And once he realized that, he said, oh shit, this nigga got bread. He kind of got cool to him. He realized that, he could be a conduit for stuff. But what happened is that he pretty much was doing shit that was illegal, right? He was using money to try to influence a campaign, and he was doing it on behalf of someone who wasn't even a native of America. Anyway, Vlad, who Vlad always got the facts, Vlad asked him about, he donated $1.2 million to Obama's campaign, and Vlad asked him about it, and I think he pretty much snitches on himself. He's trying to act like, oh no, black men, we just need to start contributing to politics. But you could tell when a nigga is capping because he don't even look like he know how to make $1.2 million, let alone be just donating it just because he wants to get somebody elected. Listen to him talk.
It's true.
Yo, ain't this the biggest irony in the nigga getting locked up? He said, nigga, where'd you get this information? Look. All right, man. Okay. So that was him before he got indicted. He got indicted for a bunch of stuff. Misusing campaign funds, being a Chinese spy. Let me just look at Praz. Convicted. So what happened is he pretty much got convicted. He got found guilty, and let's just play
Okay,
this.
some news just breaking to us in the last couple of minutes. A former member of the Fugees has been convicted of 10 finance-related federal charges, including money laundering and campaign finance violations. You probably remember the Fugees, 90s, Pras Michelle. He was part of it with Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean. But Michelle has now been found guilty of using illegally obtained money to get closer to former President Obama during his 2012 campaign and using millions more to bankroll an expensive lifestyle. NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos joins me now. We have laid out the charges against Pras Michelle, now found guilty. And the details here are pretty interesting. Talk us through it and your reaction to what we're learning in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, this may be colored by the fact that I am a defense attorney and I actually recently defended money laundering charges in federal court. And money laundering charges are very broadly written as a statute and can be, in my opinion, relatively easy for the government to prove. But in addition, you have FARA violations. That involves an agent of a foreign. Yeah, exactly. It's a law that prohibits, or I should say, requires at least registration if you're working on behalf of a foreign national. It's the kind of thing that became widely learned or known during the Paul Manafort era several years ago. But I would argue before that, there were not a lot of regular citizens that.
All right, man. He making it sound boring. Essentially, he was operating like almost damn near a spy for this guy who was a foreign national. The guy was from like China or some shit, some Asian nigga, and the dude's a billionaire. And he basically like was taken. Actually, was it dude from Asia? I don't even know. Let me make sure. Sure. I think nigga name was Zoo something. Zoo Praz. Let me just figure it out. Oh my god. No, Praz billionaire. Let me see. What's the nigga name? He was pretty much lobbying for. Let me see. Oh, the billionaire is Joe Lau. That's the nigga name. Joe Lau. So this guy, oh, he's a Malaysian dude. Yeah. So if you go on YouTube, this is how, and by the way, I feel like niggas get caught up in crime so easily. I don't know if this will show it.
Or political intrigue.
Essentially, he saw this Asian nigga spend $1 million in a club. And of course, niggas is in the club. And all of a sudden, let me see if I can find it. He basically, look, listen to this. By the way, Praz took the stand. He took the stand and pretty much, I won't say necessarily snitched, but like, he gave a lot of details. Listen to this. Yo, he said that the billionaire paid $20 million to get a photo with Barack Obama back in 2012. So basically this billionaire wanted to kind of increase his What are they fighting over? Hold on, give me a second, man. Okay. So the billionaire was down to pay $20 million for a photo, and Praz was kind of brokering all these deals. You know what I mean? Look, basically he said he witnessed Lowe's wild lifestyle and described the tycoon as a wealthy man willing to do anything and spend any type of money. He says, ultimately, he got paid $20 million over 9 months from this guy. I'm trying to see if I could get like a summary of his testimony. Testimony. Let me see. I need somebody to kind of summarize it. I don't think I got nobody to summarize it. Let me see if this.
One of the. He's a lawyer who is representing. Sort of complicated.
Keep out of our business. And they're saying that he was somehow involved on two fronts. One, funneling money to the Obama administration by paying for donors to come to events and then reimbursing them with foreign money. And then later trying to pressure the next administration, the Trump administration, into releasing a dissident or getting him back to China. And maybe not even helping with the prosecution of this guy, Joe Lowe, who everybody knows is behind the scenes and he's a co-defendant, but he's just not here. He's in China, so he's not really subject to this jurisdiction right now.
Okay, so essentially, the dude, I don't know how he got his money, but this Joe Lowe dude, he's been kind of paying this guy money to try to use his influence, which probably started as a rapper, but now he's been in political circles trying to use his money to grease people and get close enough to the highest people in the power in the United States to nowadays try to get him like either I won't say pardoned because he supposedly wanted, but try to calm the investigations off of him that he could possibly one day return to the United States. But they use this guy as a political pawn. The interesting thing about this is that I think that there's always a nigga like this. Like, I don't want to accuse my man Dennis Rodman of being this, but I feel like when it comes to North Korea, I think that's what he is. A dude who, like, how come North Korea only like one black man and is Dennis Rodman? I feel like they be giving that nigga money to come over here and make it seem like North Korea is popping. You feel me? And he probably uses that money to try to get people in the favor of Kim Jong-un or whatever the case is. But regardless, with Pras, he was doing it for this one billionaire guy from Malaysia. And the guy is now on the run. He's guys in China. China is not going to extradite a motherfucking soul for the United States. Matter of fact, China don't even like the United States. So the dude is kind of chilling out. And by the way, he got charged because he's a United States citizen. The Chinese guy or the Malaysian guy ain't going to get charged. And unless he get caught by some foreign authorities that will transfer him to the United States, he probably will never be charged. And he's still got a shit ton of money that he'll probably try to pay somebody else off to try to, influence people over here that they could, kind of stop the manhunt for him. You get what I mean? So anyway, a little convoluted, but it's kind of crazy that a rapper, you know what I mean? Anytime you see a rapper, like, it's like Ja Rule with the Fire Fest. Like, niggas is always in for some scam, especially if they could be the beneficiary of a lot of money and a lot of money to stunt. So he used to get a shit ton of money to spend on whatever the fuck he wanted to spend on. And that was that. You feel me? All right, people. By the way, real quick, I need everybody that's on all the platforms, please, 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 please. We're heading over to Rumble right now, so I need everybody to head on over to Rumble. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, obviously on Twitch, on YouTube, and definitely on Facebook. But we're gonna be finishing the rest of the stream on Rumble, so please, rumble.com/c/Akademiks. You guys can watch the rest of the stream there. Also, remember the entire stream is on Rumble. As per our deal, we get to stream on other platforms for about half of the stream or so. But at some point, we do got to go over to Rumble to, give them exclusive content. So this is where we're going to do it. All right. Yeah. So head on over there, people. I'm going to give y'all a little bit. I don't even know why the dogs are up at like 2:32. My sleep schedule is kind of fucked, but like I'm kind of all right. By the way, coffee is such an amazing thing. This is why, like, last night I was like struggling at 2 o'clock to stay up. Right now I'm good. Right? Anyway, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to read out a couple of things that I didn't shout out yet. It's Low Best. Thank you for all of the bits you've donated. He says, that's what happens when you get a puppy, a Rottweiler or a Bulldog. They be wildin'. He says, I take care of my older brother's Cane Corso / Pitbull mix, but he 2 years right now, training well. The dog, dogs versus VS Wildin'. I swear right now, shitting everywhere, but I guess it's worth it. My dog's a savage. Hungry Heeb, thank you for the resubscription. Also, for everybody else who did subscribe or gifted subs. By the way, yesterday I forgot to shout out my gifted subscribers, including All Hail the Ice King. Thank him for donating the 15 subs. Jinx, thank you for the 5 subs. Playful Anxiety, thank you for like the 15 subs. And Oil School, thank you for the 25 subs. Actually, more than 25. That's 25. Soul Virgo, thank you for the 3 subs. Jinx, thank you for another 5 subs. And Joy Man, thank you for 5 subs as well. So I appreciate all you guys for contributing on Twitch. On YouTube, and I'm just reading this out before we actually switch platforms. How could I? Oh, I got YouTube right here. Yo, I swear they are going crazy. I don't know what it is tonight. I feel like my dogs, they kind of attract to my sleep schedule. I don't know if you hear them like gnarling, like they're kind of like fighting. All right. Salute to everybody on the negotiator page, and let me see what's going on the King Akademiks page, and then we're probably gonna get off. Oh my God, they're going crazy today. By the way, I know it's 2:34 on the East Coast, so I'm not trying to keep y'all up too much, but you know, we got to go on Rumble and just rock out for a little bit. Okay, great. Oh my God, we're about to kill each other. Hold on. Yo. Trying to get him to play nice, but holy. All right. Okay. All right, people. Over the Rumble we go here. All right, how do I even turn this off? Switch to Rumble. Here we go. All right, people.